Utah's biggest sports talk show. When you're ready to talk sports, all you have to do is find The Monty Show. Streaming live and available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on YouTube. Now it's time for the best sports talk in Utah, The Monty Show.
Hey, yo, man, how the heck are you? It is Thursday, March 9th, 2023. Welcome to The Monty Show, presented by The Advocates, theadvocates.com, the best injury attorneys in the business. Theadvocates.com. Don't take my word for it. Go chat with them on their website for free. They have a chat function. Can talk to an attorney 24/7, 365 at no cost to you. See, because you don't pay the advocates until they win your case. Hook it up. The best injury attorneys in the business. Present The Monty Show. The Advocates at theadvocates.com. Woo, good Thursday to you. It is already Thursday, which means the Big 5-0 birthday bash is tomorrow already.
Yeah,
if you can believe that. Super stoked to tell you that the event has changed significantly. I don't even know how this has happened. We have just spiraled out of control. And we are running this thing like it's a strip club, if I'm being totally honest with you. We have got food for 1,000 armies. Enchiladas, Mexican food, you name it, we've got it. We have got indoor miniature golf. We have got cake. We have got churros. We have got light boxes. And, oh, by the way, we have an awesome hockey team. The Utah Grizzlies taking on the Kansas City Mavericks. That's going to be awesome. Oh, by the way, you already know that the Big 5-0 birthday bash is presented by our good friends at Bucked Up and Papa Murphy's Pizza. It is going to be off the chisel. I'm not really sure what the chisel is, but this event's off of it. And you look right here and you see, okay, you know what? The two of the best football players in the state of Utah, Max Tooley, Brant Keithy.
Yeah.
Why don't we throw Lopini Katoa in there? How about that? So you know, the Bucked Up Energy is the energy drink of the Monty program. You know that the free sample link is down below in the description.
Yeah.
Well, we invite our friends at Bucked Up, at Papa Murphy's, at The Advocates. We bring all our friends to all of our parties. Well, guess who works for Bucked Up now? Lopini Katoa, the fine running back from BYU, works for Bucked Up Energy, so he's coming to the event tomorrow.
Let's go.
Which is just, it's just craziness.
Yeah, dude.
It's craziness. I don't even know. Brant Keithy's bringing Braden Daniels. I mean, Max Tooley, I think, is bringing every single student at BYU with him. That's going to be amazing. We've got a 50-inch TV.
Yeah.
Our official golf course here on the Monty program, as you know, is Canyons Golf. They are giving away a season pass. They are giving away multiple rounds of golf, PXG Golf. I said PXG Golf.
Yeah.
Parsons Extreme Golf. PXG Golf is going to be here with a fitting for putters. Come on, you guys. Are you kidding me right now?
Let's go.
Are you kidding me right now? The Big 5-0 birthday bash is just 27 hours away.
Let's go.
It's unbelievable.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you don't have a ticket yet? Good luck.
Yeah, you're out of luck.
Yeah, we're packed, dude.
Stay hard.
We tried our very best to limit this thing, and it's just out of control anyway.
It's lit.
It is out of control anyway. So it's going to be amazing. Make sure you check the description below. You're going to see the Bucked Up Energy free sample link is there. I tell you every day, look what I got in my hand. Here we go. Bucked Up Energy, Miami, the best in the business. Bucked Up Energy, free samples. And I'm telling you, the best shaker cup in the business, too.
Stay hard.
No matter where you watch this show, click the free sample link. Not one, not two, 3.
Boom.
Free samples. Get their pre-workout. I'm warning you. It's the best pre-workout in the business. And get the shaker because it's amazing and it's free. It's in the link below.
Yeah. Okay.
Cannot wait. This event has been so crazy. It is so crazy.
Yes.
You know. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
You know. Kenneth says, now I want to come even more. Too late. Dude, don't ask me for tickets because you're putting me in a position to say no.
Yeah.
It is already over. This event tomorrow, there's so much demand for this event. It is over capacity. Yeah. No, you can't come in. No. God, dude, and you want your son to join us at the event? No. God, I'm sorry. You and your son kick rocks. Can't do it.
Everybody is outraged.
They are outraged. I'm out of tickets. Don't ask.
Don't ask.
Don't ask.
We're tapped.
You know, Devin Paul, in a member of the program, says, when can we talk about KD?
Whatever you want, bro.
No, we probably shouldn't do that. Probably shouldn't do that. James Knight, a member of the program. How's Australia treating you, my friend? Hey, Monty. Wish
Monty.
I could be at the bash. Take plenty of videos, please. Absolutely. Absolutely. Plenty of videos. No doubt about it. Kelly Parks, what's up with you? Go Black 45, what's up with you?
Who's going to be?
Jet Wayman.
Yeah.
Teddy.
Yeah.
Jedediah.
Let's go.
Theodore Roosevelt
Hell
Wayman.
Yeah. Yes, dude.
Jet Wayman. Sup, y'all?
Dude.
Good to see you.
Stud.
Cougar Track says, what stores sell Bucked Up? BuckedUp.com. You can get it at any of their Bucked Up stores throughout the state of Utah. I personally shop at Orem, Murray, South Jordan, but Farmington Station all the way down in the Jeezy, St. George.
Yeah, they have retail stores.
Everywhere. Bucked Up. I believe you can also get it at Walmart. You can also get it at Maverick. I think you can also get it at Holiday. I'm telling you guys, this one right here, dude, I don't play.
Miami.
Zero sugar Miami. Best in the business. Woo! I'm saying. Provo
Okay.
Cougar fan says, sounds like your 50th birthday bash has turned into a mini trade show. 51 needs to be at the Southtown Convention Center. Man, you ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.
Dude, light it up.
I'm
Light
just
it
telling
up.
you. I am just telling you. It is.
Light it up, bro.
You know.
Light it up. I mean, see, this is what happens, though. You invite, names like Brant Keithy and Max Tooley, and then all of a sudden you run into people like Peony. You run into people that know these guys and want to roll up and, want to have some fun. So, yeah, it's going to be awesome.
I'm just telling you guys that it's going to be a blast. And listen, there will be other events. If you didn't get in all seriousness, please don't DM me and be like, oh, God, I have to get in.
Stop crying like a little girl.
No, you're not getting in. Please
Jackass.
don't. Matt Ritson says, can you buy tickets tomorrow for the party for $1.99?
No, unfortunately, you cannot. Sorry, buddy.
But listen, in all seriousness, you guys know how seriously we take memberships. If you want to become a member, there's a $1.99 membership tier or a $10 membership tier. Look, here's the deal I'll make you. Okay, there's the link. I just put it into the description. If you become a member, you're still not getting into the thing tomorrow, but you can become a member. I mean, that's a deal I'm willing to make with you. And by the way, we made 75 T-shirts thinking this would be a small little get-together amongst boys.
Little intimate get-together, little cup of coffee, nothing crazy.
No, it's not like that at all. Your mom, McCluskey, says, I'm going to fist fight Brent. You probably are. You probably are. CJ Vance, thank you, Monty, for the afternoon entertainment. I'm curious what you all say about the KD situation.
Well, what's there to say? Buddy got sniped.
I don't know. He is your guy.
Stay hard.
Yeah, I mean,
He is your guy.
Stop crying like a little girl.
Yeah. He is your guy. Devin Pohl says your mom, McCluskey. Go Black 45 says Monty Con 24. Exactly right.
That's right. Monty Con. That's right.
Outside the echo chamber says any scalpers in the room. Exactly right. All right. Let's see. Jet Wayman says, I can't say it now. It's Teddy Wayman, Theodore Roosevelt Wayman. I remember way back when the membership cost $9.99. It still does.
Yeah, it still does. And by the way, I just need to say this. There have been probably 10 of you, the newer people who have jumped on the program, that thought that they could be real slick Rick with it and jump in at the entry level $199. And then they thought they could go like Mission Impossible and get into the Instagram chat. That ain't happening. No, sir. I verify.
No, you only get
Schemers.
into the Instagram chat with our exclusive information. I put more information in there that I'm going to give you in about 30 seconds. But you only get our sourcing and our inside information in the Instagram membership, which you only get if you're a $9.99 guy.
Schemers trying to control their little world.
But people said, hey, I can't do $10 a month. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah,
no
it's
problem.
cool. Yeah.
That's why we created the lower tiers. So I'm with it. I'm here for it. I love it. Matt Ritson, I hear yesterday Pac-12 meeting having a fight. Well, it's going to be interesting. Jet Wayman says, good deal. Devin Pohl, a member of the program, KD was trying to hit a 3 in the bathroom pregame and got some on his shorts, so he needed to fake out the ankle injury. Got some on his shorts. Why do you think I'm not a lean guy?
Oh
you
my
lean,
God, just like that.
You lean, you're getting some on your shorts. You stand, squat, pull, you're done. You know. Jeff Johnson says, I love Katoa. Dude means business. How about Lopini Katoa today, just out of
Wild,
nowhere?
dude. Wild. Just
Like-
shows up in the email.
Just shows up in the email. Like, ooh, I'm Lopini Katoa. Let me get in your email. Listen here, sir.
No one's going to disrespect me. I'm not afraid to die.
It's so strange. Dude, today has been the non-sports stories of the day are, I'm just telling you now. There's another Jeep, Hank, Grand Cherokee leaking oil all over the West Valley story that I'll tell you today and how they saved it.
Yeah.
Because they saved it.
Yeah.
And it's going to be amazing.
Yeah. We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
But that will be later in the show.
Yeah.
You know. Your mom McCluskey says Katie is team lean all the way. I'm saying. McKinley Cutler, man, every big NBA player is injured. KD, LeBron, Flopper, and Zion. It's not Flopper.
Flopper.
It's punchable face.
My name is Luca.
McKinley, get it right. Yeah, by the way, did you guys see the update that Luka Doncic, the punchable face?
You're a douche.
He's faking. Whatever. He has a thigh contusion, which means he has a thigh bruise, and he will return when he is able.
Stop crying like a little girl.
He had a thank you. He had an MRI today. He's apparently fine. Jaron Eccles, hashtag Team Lean. Stop it.
Let's go.
Kane Duran says, have a great birthday. Appreciate you, man.
By the way, 2 days in a row of somebody gifting memberships. Who's paying it forward today? Because I want to keep seeing it.
It's crazy.
Who's paying it forward?
It is
Even if it's
crazy.
just one membership, who's paying it forward?
Yeah, no kidding. The DA says, seriously, a bunch of babies in the NBA.
Stop crying like a little girl.
Jet Wayman says, Team Lean, Team Satan. Let's go. Oh, my God. Gumby says, Lean Gang.
Yeah.
Stand and squat. Stand and squat. That's all I'm saying. Cody Strickland, a beloved, says, sorry, guys, I won't be there, but have a You're not coming? Cody Strickland, you are not coming to the event.
I thought you were on the list.
You are on the list, Cody.
Yeah, you sent the tickets out. Isn't he on the list?
Yes, Cody Strickland.
I thought you RSVP'd. Anyway.
Okay, there you go. No, nobody else is filling his spot. Stop. Maple says lean machine. Capazzo says team lean, baby, and some blue cheese to that. No.
Bro.
Okay.
No.
That's our tipping off point.
John Evans says long live Luca. Now I know you guys are crack smoking this early. Nobody wants Luca to survive. Nobody at whoa. Hey now. All right, let's get into it. Is Utah joining the Big 12? Little breaking news late in the afternoon today. As we found out, we got an update that the Utah Utes and the Big 12 have actually had productive conversations in the direction of the Utah Utes joining the Big 12 Athletic Conference. What else would it be? And that Utah and the Big 12 have come to an agreement on some financial concessions. I don't have details on those, but from what most people assume and from what I'm told, Utah would in this scenario go into the Big 12 as a full share member. Now, again, I can only imagine that Utah remains hesitant because we were told last week and frankly earlier this week that Utah is hesitant to join the Big 12 based on academics. And I think part of joining the Big 12 is this negotiation about, hey, what am I going to get financially? Am I going to have to take less of a share? Am I going to take a full share? All of those things are negotiable pieces. And Brett Yormark is clearly negotiating with Utah, same as he has with Gonzaga, who, again, sources told us exclusively here on the Monty Show that Gonzaga has a verbal invite. And it is simply a matter of going through the process now to get Gonzaga into the Big 12. And what I was told is none of this will happen until the NCAA tournament is over. Certainly on the Gonzaga side of it, you understand that. but I think it makes sense from the NCAA level. You don't want the biggest basketball revenue generating event of the year to be outshined by conference realignment. So I do agree. I am on the side of, I think this is going to take several more weeks before we get serious movement. But one other interesting detail today is that Arizona State, who I think many people assumed was going to be one of the first teams out, I'm told they are aligned with Washington in that they are willing to wait out whatever process plays in the Pac-12, and that when you look at the teams ready to move, it is Arizona, it is Colorado, it is Gonzaga, and it quite possibly could be Utah. Jake, should Utah jump as soon as they can?
Yeah, I mean, I think as soon as you can within reason. I think that the concept of not jumping alone, I totally respect that and understand it. But yeah, I mean, I have maintained and I will keep maintaining that they should go to the Big 12 as soon as they can. I think that, Utah is a school and an institution, a university that would do really well in the Big 12. And I know academically it's a step down, but I think that overall you would be in a stronger position in the long term. And that for me is what I would be looking at if I was Utah. And I know that there's change in that. I know that, for Utah, you want to maintain as high a possible of educational standards as you can. And I think you can continue to do that at your university by going to the Big 12. So for me, yeah, I do think that you should be in this first wave of college realignment, and I think, being under the wing of a fresh commissioner and Brett Yormark, a guy that clearly has shown the ability to operate, I think is the correct move. I don't know why you wouldn't do that, especially when you currently are being represented by somebody who is just awful at the job, awful at the position. I every day that goes by, I continue to wonder how this guy got this job, because he was a nobody before this job. He for me didn't have, the resume that says, hey, yeah, this guy's clearly, fit to be a prolific, a efficient, a savvy operator in the commissioner role. And we've kind of seen that pan out, right? Where he just isn't able. George Kliavkoff is not able to operate at the level Brett is. And I think that's why the TV deal got done first in the Big 12. I think that's why, Brett Yormark has continued to be in the media and continued to make comments. He's gone to the Big 12 basketball tournament and did a session with the media that you're going to see in a couple minutes. Like, there's a reason why Brett is doing what Brett is doing. And I just think for Utah, my question would be, why would you not want to be a part of that? That would be my question.
Yeah, I don't know why you wouldn't want to be part of that. And I think it's very interesting that when you listen to Brett Yormark talk and you listen to the way that he says things and you listen to him talk about the TV deal in particular, I think is critically important. And when you listen to Brett Yormark discussing, Big 12 business, I mean, he is a guy, again, as I've said this week in his news conferences, he's very measured. He's very deliberate. He doesn't talk off the top of his head. He doesn't talk in hyperbole, like back of the envelope calculations. When Brett Yormark speaks, he is calculated, he is thorough, and I think it's one of the big reasons that he carries universal respect wherever he goes.
When I took the job August 1, although I had been thinking about it obviously previously to that, there was three things I really wanted to focus on. The first was to try to go early and get the TV deal done. I just felt we live in such an unpredictable world, and it was important to have some clarity and to stabilize the conference. I thought the best way to do that would to get a deal done with ESPN and Fox. Thankfully, they were willing to go early, and we found common ground. And when you think about 2025, when the new deal kicks in, we'll be the only Power 5 conference that is both with ESPN and Fox. So when you think about marketing and unprecedented promotion, we're with the best in the business.
I mean, he's not wrong about that. And again, you listen to him, he's not nervous. He's not, he is very, deliberate's the word that I use to describe him.
Yeah.
And I think it's exactly what you want your conference commissioner to be, because what else would you want from him? I think it's nothing short of spectacular. I think it is. I think the guy is unbelievable. Mm-hmm. And then you hear him talking about, new membership. And again, as we've reported exclusively, and I think we are still the only ones, Brett Yormark has issued a verbal invitation to Gonzaga to join the Big 12. Everybody said we didn't know what we were talking about. Everybody said, oh, yeah, trust me, bro. You don't have any sources. And then yesterday, what happened? Brett Yormark came out and he started talking about Gonzaga basketball.
Is there anything new on Gonzaga as a possible Big 12 candidate for basketball?
I like Gonzaga, obviously a great program. My focus right now is to see what happens throughout our industry. There's a lot of moving parts, and I continue to have conversations with Gonzaga, but I think as I prioritize what our next move might be in expansion, there's other things right now that I'm focused on.
I mean, listen, if that does not tell you everything you need to know, like it is, that's exactly what I would have him say. Hey, look, I love Gonzaga. I'm a big fan of Gonzaga. Gonzaga basketball brings a lot of value.
I like Gonzaga.
I like Gonzaga. I mean, it is one of those. You guys, are we going to have a physical altercation on the show today? How about this fucking guy? So we're sitting here listening to the press conference. And if you're new to the show, Gonzaga, it's been a long-standing. It's been a war on this show.
Gonzaga.
So way back in the day, we were saying Gonzaga. We Google searched proper pronunciation of Gonzaga, and what did Google say the answer was?
Oh, hang on here.
Gonzaga.
There you go.
I'm in the middle of a bit, bro.
Go ahead. Sorry.
So we Google searched the proper pronunciation of Gonzaga. And
Gonzaga.
What did Google say Gonzaga should be pronounced like?
Gonzaga.
But that's not true, because several people, including Glenn, San Diego State Aztec, on this show, several people DM me and melted down. One lady lost her ever-loving mind. And she went on to say, I think she was a lawyer, and I'm double degreed, and I paid tens of thousands of dollars to go to Gonzaga. Who says Gonzaga? Where do you see an O or a W? There's not one. Why are you saying, are you just being, and she wrote, are you just being a dick or trolling us? It was amazing.
Absolute, Nuketown email, bro.
So we're sitting here yesterday cutting tape for the show, right?
Yeah.
And Brett Yormark goes on his roll, and immediately, and by the way, the person asking the question in this piece of tape is Dennis Dodd from CBS.
Is there anything new on Gonzaga as a possible Big 12 candidate for basketball?
I like Gonzaga, obviously.
And Jake's like,
I like Gonzaga.
Like the celebration that he seriously, his bowels let loose. Like we're in the studio, right? And he's like, oh! I'm like, dude, what is wrong with you?
Gonzaga.
You gotta hear, dude, you gotta hear this. You gotta hear this.
I like Gonzaga.
It is like he won the Powerball.
Gonzaga.
Dude, I don't want to hear Jennifer from
Gonzaga
talking to us in email about how it's Gonzaga.
It's
not. It's Gonzaga. Brett said it, okay? If Brett said it, that means it's the law.
I like Gonzaga.
Here's what I want to know. How many Zag a-holes DM Brett Yormark? Listen, I like you, and I want to join your conference. But we won't, Brett, if you can't say it right.
Everybody is outraged.
Right? Spokane hates you, Brett Yormark. Don't you even show your face in this town.
Gonzaga.
Go to the Palouse. Right?
Dude.
It's ridiculous how upset members of the Gonzaga community get over it.
Gonzaga.
Who cares? We all know who we're talking about. Freaking Bulldogs.
Gonzaga.
Anyway. So those of us that have been reporting exclusively that
Gonzaga
has a verbal invite to join the Big 12, we're pretty over the moon yesterday. So I just
want to thank you all.
I'm telling you, and we did not confirm that through just one person. It's like 3 people very high up the food chain who have confirmed to us that they have an invite. And I think it is a stroke of brilliance by Brett Yormark. And
like Gonzaga.
The thing that he does very well, and he has consistently done it, is he acts ahead of everybody else. He has the ability to see down the road. He has the ability, Brett Yormark, to beat, in this case, George Kliavkoff to the punch every single time. He is out jabbing Kliavkoff and then throwing haymakers, and he's landing TV contracts.
Yeah.
He's offering Gonzaga to join the Big 12. And I think after the tournament, I feel pretty confident that's going to happen.
Right.
The question now is, who in the Pac-12 has the balls to jump? Because I don't think very many people do.
Yeah,
I really
I
don't.
think it's interesting, this concept in the Pac-12 that Washington and ASU, are aligned in that you have this grouping of Arizona, Colorado, Utah, and Gonzaga that are looking to potentially make the jump. And I think that, the Gonzaga piece to me is really interesting because obviously they're not a Pac-12 team and they're basketball only. So they're kind of this X factor cherry on top proposition that I still think is incredibly valuable to Brett and the Big 12. But these three schools in the Pac, to me, it's really interesting because if I'm those three schools, I'm not looking at Gonzaga as like this fourth, like super strong member. They're because they're basketball only, because it's a different value proposition, because obviously they're not in your conference. I would be looking at them and saying, okay, yeah, they can kind of just complete our fun little circle here to make this work evenly, to make it a nice even number that Brett and the Big 12 can be happy about, and from that standpoint, I think then it would make more sense. But I think what's fascinating is Arizona seemingly now is in a different place than it was last week. Last week the information we were being fed and given from very reliable sources is that ASU and Arizona were in lockstep and that they were going to be moving together. And that's clearly not the case anymore. And I think that those changes, those differences happening, is just really interesting because Arizona is not exactly, in my opinion, a power player. Yes, the basketball program has always been strong, has always had a good reputation. Absolutely.
See, I don't know if I agree with that. I think when you look at Gonzaga and you look at what they bring to the yard, I think you look at a real revenue stream. And this is a guy, again, and I'll play the spite for you. This is a guy, again, who believes that basketball is its own unique beast that drives revenue.
We'll explore opportunities to further monetize basketball when we go back into the market after this new TV deal. So I think everything we do from now till then is all about value creation and how can we position ourselves to monetize basketball in all the right ways. I'm convinced we can do that. The strength of our conference obviously will dictate much of that. And as I said earlier, with Houston coming in, we get that much stronger. And who knows where expansion takes us and what that means for our basketball program, both men's and women's. So
I think it is very clear that he's a guy that is looking at different ways to cut the pie.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the thing that excites me about Brett Yormark that really disappoints me about Kliavkoff is that George Kliavkoff wants to do business the way it's always been done. Hey, pay us a bunch of money, you go sell it, you go distribute it, and we're just going to cash checks.
Hey, guys.
Well, it doesn't work that way anymore. And I think when you talk about the Big 12 and you talk about adding Gonzaga and you talk about making basketball a revenue stream, it's about reach. And if I've got Gonzaga, Kansas, a minimum of twice a year, and then I get them in the Big 12 championship game, dude, that's a revenue stream.
Gonzaga,
right? I'm all there for that if I'm the Big 12. Now, if I'm the Pac-12, I would really like to add Gonzaga, but I think the Washington schools aren't having that.
Yeah.
I think Gonzaga isn't enthused at all about joining the Pac-12. This makes all the sense in the world, and sources in the TV industry told us, I think on Monday or Tuesday, Fox is willing to pay to have Gonzaga join the Big 12.
Well, I think this concept that Brett talks about a lot, he spoke about it in the clip we just played a couple minutes ago, but he's been speaking on it, for months now, that that the Big 12 being partnered with ESPN and Fox is incredibly valuable to him. And you saying, hey, like he's trying to cut the pie as many ways as possible. He's trying to be as innovative, as creative, as out there as he possibly can be. I completely agree. And I think that, when you're on a fresh TV deal, it buys you time, obviously. And I think that, as Brett watches this landscape play out, we already know that this guy is ahead of the curve. So if he has time to kind of sit back and evaluate and watch things play out and have conversations and get information, do you really think that this guy is going to miss? I don't think this guy is going to miss.
I don't think so.
And that's
either.
why I say there's no rush, but I think that Brett realizes, hey, the sooner I can get expansion kind of done and settled, the better it is for my conference.
But I also think you look at this quote right here as you hit the like button right here on the Monty Show. Please bang that like button. Do you guys realize what the Big 12 tournament is doing? Well, it's becoming the NBA All-Star Game. And when you look at the Big 12 tournament and you read this quote right here from Brett Yormark, the Grammy-nominated hip-hop legend Fat Joe will play a special VIP-only set on Friday, March 10th. That's tomorrow. After the day's games are over. In addition, on March 11th at 10 p.m., NBA icon and media personality Shaquille O'Neal will play a 1-hour DJ set at Mosaic in the Power and Light District following games on Saturday. Right? And then you read this quote. Look at this quote. As we continue to elevate the Big 12 brand, we are thrilled to introduce a series of enhancements that will make the fan experience at our basketball championships second to none, said Commissioner Brett Yormark. The Big 12 Conference is a basketball powerhouse as we thread the fabrics connecting sports and culture. The conference will continue to offer an array of off-court entertainment features as well. I'm grateful to each of our partners. And he goes on to talk about, how Kansas City's this great home and it's where we're going to do the tournament. And this guy gets it.
Yeah.
He comes from that background, right? He comes from a background where he knows if you bring Shaq into downtown Kansas City and you have him playing a DJ set, people will come.
Yeah.
You bring in Fat Joe, you bring in all these icons to sing the national anthem, right? You bring in somebody like Jordan Sparks, right? You bring in, what's her name? Lainey, I can't remember her name.
Oh my God.
Anyway, you bring in all these millennial entertainers to sing the national anthem. Lainey Gardner, thank you. You bring her in to sing the national anthem, all of a sudden more people are watching. More people are in the arenas. More people are going downtown to the Power and Light District to see Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden the Big 12 is cooler. It's hipper. They've got hip-hop and R&B. They've got, pop music stars. They've got culture. They've got Instagram. They've got Snapchat and TikTok. If you guys think that this is about simply basketball and football games and selling tickets and watching people on TV, you're crazy.
Well, and I think this concept that Brett talks about, where obviously they're in Kansas City, they're not in Las Vegas, and he's turned that into a positive thing where he's basically said, hey, in Las Vegas, there's 4 or 5 different, tournaments that compete with each other from a media standpoint, and we basically own Kansas City. That's awesome.
I said yesterday, being here is a unique opportunity for us to really own the city. You think about Vegas and there's 4 or 5 tournaments going on there, and here the focus is on the Big 12, obviously right in the middle of our footprint. So I think that feels really, really nice. We're here till 27. We extended that pre my arrival. The mayor and I chatted yesterday. Obviously, they'd like us to be here long term, and I think it makes a lot of sense. But we have time to discuss that. But Kansas City is a great place, and we're thrilled to be here and honored to be part of the community, for the next week.
It's just brilliant basketball. It is brilliant football.
Goes on to say,
it is brilliant business.
Goes on to say, and I think it's an important point. We've talked on this show briefly the last probably week and a half, 2 weeks, about how the women's side of college basketball is growing. And, you've got game day going to these different places. And
you've got Lainey Gardner singing the national anthem at the women's tournament.
Right? So Brett Yormark also said that in the future, whether that's next year or maybe 2 years down the road, depending on infrastructure and getting it set up and everything, they'd like to have a 2-week window for the Big 12 Conference to be in that town doing basketball, the men's and the women's. And,
what else do you have going on there?
Well,
right now you don't have a whole lot going on.
Yeah.
There's no football. Football season's over, obviously. The Royals haven't started playing yet, right? Because spring training's still going on. So the Royals haven't thrown their first pitch yet.
Right.
Like, I mean, you're looking at a little bit of MLS, but not a lot, right? Like, there's not a lot going on there.
Yeah.
It's the perfect time. It's the perfect window. I'm telling you, this guy gets it. He absolutely gets it. Let's get your thoughts in on Brett Yormark. How do you guys feel about it? Do you like what you're hearing from Brett? Because I do. I am wildly impressed with him. I think it is spectacular business acumen that he continues to raise the bar. And you know what, man? I think it's incredible. Greg Hawkins, a member of the program. Good afternoon to you. It's Zags as in bag. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Thank you.
Gonzaga.
G5 can come, but for like $20 million. Well, maybe. Let's see. Chris Murphy says, I'm going to start calling them the Zogs going forward. I'm telling you, you're going to get some people who aren't going to like you for that.
I like Gonzaga.
Craig Kish, if Arizona is going, so is Arizona State. I don't necessarily believe that to be true. I think they understand that they are better together, but the bigger issue here is I think Arizona State recognizes they can go later. The problem is I also think that Arizona State wants to stay aligned with Washington.
Mm-hmm.
And I think they know that right now those are two precedents that have an awful lot of influence over the Pac-12. And I think if Arizona State jumps, I think it's an absolute nut punch for the Pac-12. I don't know that you can survive Arizona and Arizona State leaving. And I think there is a large swath of the remaining 10 schools in the Pac that don't want to go, that want to try and work this out. And Washington is one of those. I think the only place Washington's going is the Big Ten, and that's not going to be soon.
Yeah.
I don't believe that it's going to be soon. I just don't. I think it's awfully difficult to make that move quickly.
Well, they got to find a commissioner. I mean, they have some housekeeping to do as a conference. So, by the way, I don't know if we can see it. I'm getting some DMs on Instagram that apparently Jedediah Wayman has gifted some memberships.
Again?
Apparently.
Jedediah.
I'm not sure.
Yesterday, I believe he
did.
I don't believe that Jedediah has done that today.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
Okay.
But I believe that was yesterday that Jedediah did that. I think everybody in this chat gifted membership yesterday.
Was lit, dude.
Yesterday was amazing on this show, which is why you need to go to buckedup.com. Bucked Up is the official energy drink of the Monty Show. Use the promo code Monty at buckedup.com to get 20% off your purchase. But again, don't take my word for it. You know, every day I tell you Bucked Up energy, zero sugar, amazing, really good kick. It makes you feel more alert. Your brain feels better. Your eyes feel better. Like everything works, right? Don't take my word for it. Go into any Utah location of Bucked Up Energy. They have stores all across the state. Farmington Station, Orem, Murray, South Jordan, Farmington, like all across the state. Tell them you heard about it on the Monty Show. They'll give you a free can of energy. But what I'm asking you to do is go click the free sample link right now in the description of this show. Go click the free sample link and try it for yourself. I would advise you, and in my opinion, I would tell you, get the pre-workout. I'm a workout guy. I work out every day at 5:30 in the morning. I need a little bit of a lift. And I'm telling you, Bucked Up Energy pre-workout gives that to me. They're giving you 3 free samples. So try some electrolytes. Try some pre-workout. But they also let you pick your own color shaker cup. They'll give you the 3 free samples, and they'll send it right to your front door. And the best thing about this shaker cup, and I know it gets weird when people are like, Monty's describing the shaker cup again. Look at this shaker cup. It's not your typical cup, right? You can get any color combination you want, but look at that, man. The blender balls are attached to the flipping lid.
That thing is so cool.
Which makes it way easier. Yes, I am the jamoke that drops my blender balls down the garbage disposal. I'm the jackass who puts them in the bottom of the dishwasher. Not this one. Not this one. And it's so good, I bought like 3-4 of them. That's how good. That's how much I love these shaker cups. So make sure you hook it up at buckedup.com. Click the link, get your shaker cup and your 3 samples for free. It's in the description below. Make sure you tell them you heard about it on the Monty Show. WJ Spangler, that's not Dennis Dodd. It's Blair Kirchhoff. Okay. If you say so. I believe he introduced himself as Dennis Dodd.
That's definitely Dennis Dodd. He introduced himself.
Unless Blair, whoever Blair Kirchhoff is.
On the Gonzaga question.
Okay, yes. The DA says, did he wet his pants a little? Yes, Jake did when Commissioner Godlike.
I like Gonzaga.
Said Gonzaga.
Gonzaga.
I mean,
Gonzaga.
Spectacular. Kenneth, a member of the program, says, did not Brent say he was looking at international for basketball?
Yeah, he said he was looking. He said that they are looking into potential opportunities that, obviously that's kind of an untapped market in the college realm that he feels like, could be a big deal for college basketball specifically. Yep,
totally agree. Chad Masters, how the heck are you? Yormark sounding a lot like the Script Sports CEO guy, Brian Lawler.
Yeah. If you haven't seen that interview, I would highly recommend checking it out.
It's on the channel, and it is, I'm telling you, man, it is spectacular.
But you notice they say a lot of the same things. You notice that they have shades of each other, meaning that hey, like, we want to represent our partners really well. Like, hey, we want to dominate this space or dominate that space. The comments that Brett has made repeatedly about being the only conference with 2 media partners. Like, I think that's, for me, like you had asked me before the show, is that a good thing? I think it's a good thing because I think it gives you options. I mean, again, like, not that I think it would happen, but let's say that the SEC's relationship with ESPN for whatever reason went downhill. Well, where do you go next? Well, if that were to happen to Brett, he's got options, and I think that's why that's a positive thing.
Well, I think the other thing that you heard from a Brian Lawler and from a Brett Yormark, they don't do anything and hope, right? They don't hope Gonzaga, well, let's toss them an invitation and hope.
Gonzaga.
It doesn't work that way. Brett Yormark, when he says to Gonzaga, we'd like you to join the conference. Would you like to join the conference? He's saying that knowing what their answer is going to be. He's already got the empowerment of the presidents and his constituency behind him. Like, he knows how this process works. Gonzaga's got to say, yeah, you know what? We'd love to join the conference. All right, great. I'm going to send you a packet of papers. Put your name on the line, a DocuSign, whatever. And that's going to be there, and the ball's going to start rolling. They're going to get that done, right? Like, they're going to get that done. You look at a guy like Brian Lawler from Script Sports. He knows exactly what his business model is. On the show the other day, talking about how they're not in business with the Pac-12, talking about regional sports networks, talking about rights deals, and the days of paying somebody $60 million and walking away are over. And it's all about reach. Like, they know their jobs. They're good at their jobs. Guys like, George Kliavkoff, who are sitting here talking about UCLA and back of the envelope calculations. Come on. You're not good at your job when you're doing that.
Yeah.
That truly
100%.
is the bottom line. Matthew Webb says, dude is a leader with ease. Yes,
Seriously,
he is.
Bro.
Yes,
Seriously,
he is.
Dude.
Big Jack 512, and all this happening in the midst of March Madness is genius. Because why is it genius? Because he's already there.
Yeah.
He is already there. He is not somebody that is having to go find the media.
Yeah.
He's sitting up on the dais at the Big 12 tournament. Now, and here's something to watch. Is George Kliavkoff going to do a press conference? Is he going to sit in front of the media and answer questions? I can't believe he would do that.
He's got balls if he does.
I cannot believe he would do that. I think that would be a massive mistake.
Yeah.
If he were to do that. I think it'd be a massive mistake.
I mean, the media doesn't have a choice but to ask the questions that need to be asked.
CKS says, Dear the Optimist, you are not a Ute and they are not your Utes. Stop it.
Okay.
Boy, what did I miss here?
Yeah, what do we got going on
What
here?
did I miss here?
Yeah, what do we got going on here?
I don't know. I have no idea what happened here. I don't know. CKS, if you'd like to explain that, it'd be great. Let's see. Pink Gorilla 941. Okay. Utah is currently number 6 rated school in the Pac. Would be number 4 in the Big 12. If academics are that important to the Pac, Washington State is 212. You guys.
You're missing the point, dude. You're missing the point completely.
Are we really doing this again? If I have to explain why Stanford and Cal are a different beast than anything that currently exists in the Big 12. It's the grouping. It is the all, the tide rises and lifts all ships.
Facts.
It's not about SMU and San Diego State, man. It's not. Spangler, you can get away with murder in Kansas City, literally. I've heard that. Jake, you want to go to Kansas City?
Nah, I'm good.
We need, just so you know.
Cincinnati.
K. Wook-Soo. Okay. Big 12 has the best commissioner out of all the conferences, and hearing him talk with such confidence should be warning to all conferences.
I like Gonzaga.
He has some mighty strong moves up his sleeve. I would agree. K. Nuren says Primetime wants to be in the Big 12 and will get there. Okay. David Sebesta. David, how are you? When you're dead of CT, does it really effing matter about the academics your conference had?
Okay.
Wow. Okay, keeping it real.
We are keeping it real.
Keeping it real. Boy, you guys are crazy with the comments today. Thanks so much for participating in the show. Appreciate you. Kelly Parks, Yormark will destroy Biden in chess.
Well,
I mean, that's relevant. Mike P says, I come for $5. I mean,
this is a family program.
Yeah, is that your OnlyFans mantra or what? I don't understand what that.
Yeah, I mean,
congratulations on your success at OnlyFans.
You just have to snap out of it a little bit.
C. Kaufman says Washington won't go till April. We'll see.
I don't know. I think it's gonna take a little longer than that, bro.
Jet Wayman says I gifted 5 today. You know I'm a casual. Did you really?
Oh,
and then 10.
There we go.
Mike P.
See, we were just in delay here.
Mike P. has gifted 10.
Okay, are we ready? Are we ready for me to take it out? Are we
Wow.
ready here? Okay, here we go.
Take it out. Yeah, who's going to join? Wow. Let's see. James Knight says, time flies. I just looked and noticed I subscribed way back in August 2012. Great to see the show evolve. Hit the like button and become a member if possible. James Knight, I love you, dude. I appreciate you being here. I know that you're not a huge college football guy, and I know we talk a lot of it, and I appreciate that, man. Thank you. That means a lot to us. So, yeah, hey, let's see. Jet Wayman says it was me also at the end of yesterday, Mike Chase. That's amazing. Dude, amazing. Really appreciate you. Let's see. Chad Masters was gifted a membership by Mike P. Let's go. And then, of course, see what you've done here. I need to find it on this side now because I can only see the membership gifting on the other side. Mike P says, pull it out, Jake.
You got it, Mike.
The DA says, did you say Rock Me Amadeus? I believe, Jake, do you know what Rock Me Amadeus is?
No. No.
You guys.
No.
Richard Carlson was gifted a membership by Mike P.
Let's go.
Let's go. I love it, man. You guys are amazing.
Love seeing you guys pay it forward, dude. Really appreciate that. Yes. Seriously, thank you.
Amazing. See, look what you've done. Maury Alvarez. Look, Jake is pulling it out again. Mike P says it's all of my OnlyFans money.
That's
See?
right. That's
See,
right.
Mike, too, can play at that game.
Yeah.
Devin Pohl says that drop is washed.
Wow.
Okay. Cody Strickland and Raptor 88 also gave memberships today. Did they really? You guys, I'm sorry I've missed this. It's hard for me to see it. Justin Salas says, how do you give subs? At the bottom of the page, there is a $sign button that says that you can click on. Apparently, you can gift subs. But I can't do it because obviously I own the channel, so I can't see it.
Right.
And I don't have burners. Boyd Lake says, guys, football at 50 in 3 minutes. Time to talk about the delicate genius.
Oh, man, dude.
Okay. Yeah, we should do it because
we should.
All right, roll it. Let's hit football at 50. 10 of the hour, every hour on the Monty program is presented by our good friends at Papa Murphy's Pizza. By the way, today is National Meatball Day, you guys. It's National Meatball Day. Use the promo code Monty25. You get 25% off of your Papa Murphy's meatballs. Papa Murphy's also, for you non-Utahns, has 25% off their meatballs today because it is National Meatball Day. I'm telling you, The meatball marinara is spectacular. Go get it by downloading the Papa Murphy's app. Takes 2 minutes to order. Get a pizza, traditional crust barbecue sauce, all your stuff on top. Get the marinara meatballs. Get the Take and Bake chocolate chip cookies. Promo code Monty25. Save yourself a pile of cash. All right, Aaron Rodgers and the New York Jets had a great meeting, and apparently they're working towards a trade, which makes Greeny from ESPN on the Pat McAfee show very happy.
What I understand is that the Packers are asking for the sun, the moon, and the stars, which you would too if you were them, and the Jets are going to try and get them for as little as they can. And look, I'm just trying to envision this scenario. The Packers want to give the ball to Jordan Love. Rodgers, if he wants to get to the Jets, if the Jets do not offer the Packers whatever the Packers want, basically Rodgers just has to go to them and say, all right, you want to play hardball here, I'll just show up. All right, if I show up, you owe me my contract, and your salary cap is in tatters. So you got to meet me somewhere halfway. And, don't make sure you make this trade with the Jets in some way that makes them happy, or I'm going to make your salary cap this year a living hell. Now, I don't know if he would do that, but he could.
That's exactly right. And Mike Greenberg, also in the bite I asked Jake to get, but of course he didn't, said that he would cut off a limb. He said he would cut off his dongle to get Aaron Rodgers on the Jets, which made me wonder, how good is Aaron Rodgers? Is Aaron Rodgers still MVP caliber Aaron Rodgers? Do you believe that Aaron Rodgers, A-Rod, is that good that he can carry the Jets to a Super Bowl?
No, I don't think he can carry him to a Super Bowl. I think he can carry him to the playoffs for sure.
See, I don't either. I'm not buying that Aaron Rodgers is a guy that you can trade for with the Jets, that you can pay him that big of money, and then all of a sudden you're going to win a Super Bowl. Yeah. Because I don't know how to break this to you. It is still the flipping AFC.
Yeah.
And you still have to get by Buffalo, who I think right now, and call me crazy, but tell me that Buffalo isn't make or break right now. I mean, you lost your defensive coordinator in Leslie Frazier, right? You're with a guy in Allen, Josh Allen, who I think is make or break. This year, I think, is going to define his career.
Yeah.
I believe that strongly in this.
Yes.
And you can't tell me, are the New York Jets better than the New England Patriots with Bill O'Brien and Mac Jones? Yeah, they probably are, because their defense is legit, right? We know their defense is really, really good, probably only second to Leslie Frazier's Buffalo Bills.
Right.
They've got great wide receivers. They run the ball well. Like, offensively, they should be better with Aaron Rodgers. But are the New York Jets Super Bowl good?
Yeah, I struggle with that. I don't. They have a good defense, but I don't know that you're Super Bowl good.
I think if you add Aaron Rodgers, you're better than Baltimore.
Yeah.
Right? I think you are.
Yeah, I mean, the problem is there's some guy named, frickin' Joe Burrow that you got to walk through. You've got Josh Allen, right? You got
to go through Kansas City.
Yeah.
Buffalo, certainly, right? I would think Cincinnati. I would think the LA Chargers are going to be significantly better. But then Denver?
Yeah.
I thought you mean the Broncos?
Yeah.
I mean, they're all in the second floor meeting with Russell Wilson. How are they going to win a football game?
Not anymore, dude.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
New sheriff in town, bro.
I think that's a year away. I think if you add Aaron Rodgers, you're top 5 you're comfortably into the AFC
you're
playoff
relevant
picture.
again at a minimum.
Yeah, I don't know. And by the way, I think Aaron Rodgers, the one thing he's done really well is stay healthy. Really, I think he stayed healthy.
Yeah.
I think he makes them a playoff team. I do not believe he makes them a Super Bowl contender.
Totally agree.
I don't know. That's just me. Matthew Webb wants to know if we're fried chicken sandwich lovers here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I would say so.
I'm fat.
He's like totally on topic. Exactly. Kay Nurin, Rodgers would take the Jets to the playoffs. Kay, do you want me to read the rest of that, or should you just delete this comment? And Zach will win the Super Bowl.
Right.
Would it be meaningful if Zach Wilson came home with a Super Bowl ring? Well, of course it would. But what would it mean? His legacy is wrecked.
Yeah,
he needs to go somewhere.
It doesn't mean anything if you win it as a backup and you never actually, tighten the chin strap.
Okay. Zayman says Burrow is amazing.
Yeah.
You're a huge Burrowhead fan.
Yep, big Burrowhead fan.
Mike P says the Jets are 4th, maybe 3rd in the AFC with Cheech Rodgers. They're not Kansas City, they're not Buffalo, and I don't think they're Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I happen to be a big believer in the San Diego LA Chargers.
Well, it's a sex machine, right? I mean,
I think I'm going to go. Yeah, especially with Keenan Allen back, I think they're 5th. I'm going to put them behind the Chargers because I have to believe at some point that the Chargers get better. And look at this. Justin Salas has gifted 10 Monty Show memberships today.
We got to pause this. We got to come
My
over
God.
here.
My God.
We got to hit the yeah.
I love it, dude. By the way, if somebody wants to explain to me how you redeem one of those memberships, show me. Look at that. David Fulmer was gifted a membership by Justin Salas.
Let's go. Let's go. Thank you, Justin. Appreciate you paying it forward, bro.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable, you guys. That's awesome.
So is that a new record for 1 hour in gifted membership?
Oh, it has to be.
I mean, what is that?
Oh,
almost 30?
It has to be. It has to be. It has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be. Anyway. So there you go.
And look at that comment right there. Bruh, everyone's a member now.
Everybody is a member now. And I love it. That's what this show's about, you guys. Like, if we're a community, I cannot tell you, and you gifted 199 guys probably don't want to hear this, but the Instagram chat today had Jedediah Wayman pounding Cougars in Draper. Like, it was
awesome, dude.
Oh my God, just like that. Oh.
I'm telling you. Okay, there you go. Richard Carlson, a member, says, last year, did Wilson break the Jets or did the Jets break Wilson? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Kentucky Fried Pigeons, RW says, no thanks. Let's see. W. Jason Sprangler says Denver might be good. No, they're not. No, they're not. Boyd Lake, only Buffalo in the division, fully loaded. The Jets can handle that. See, I agree, Boyd. I think that's why I said, man, like I don't necessarily worry about 3/4 of the AFC, but you know what you're getting in Kansas City, right? I think you know what you're getting in Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a personal believer in Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
It's a risk in San Diego,
100%.
LA, who play in the Rams Stadium.
Yeah, dude.
It is absolutely a risk. And I only say that because you look at the changes that they've made. And I think you really have to look at that defense. And I think you have to ask yourself, is that defense Super Bowl good? It's not. Because I don't know how long you can roll with Justin Herbert getting dropped like 71 times a game.
Yeah, I don't know how he can roll, how long he could survive that.
But you look at guys like Derwin James, you look at guys, I mean, their defense, Joey Bosa, as much as you hate his politics and his humanitarianism or lack of, that defense can play.
Because it's garbage.
That defense can play. I think you're going to have to, and I know this hurts, you're going to have to do better than Austin Eckler, but
yeah.
Jet says, as a Pats fan, I hate the Jets. Exactly. Jaron Eccles says, we all know the Dolphins are the next super team. Do you guys think the NFL is colluding against Lamar Jackson?
The hot one.
Now, look, as I burp up my Cafe Rio nachos we had for lunch, I think you should, I mean like a throat full.
Bro, you just said a throat full. What are you doing?
Throwing up.
Bro.
Oh my God, just like that. Oh.
I'm telling you now. I am telling you now that when you look at what's going on with Lamar Jackson, this should be the fight of all fights to get Lamar Jackson to be your quarterback.
Yeah.
The Miami Dolphins, I could not wait to send out a statement saying they were not chasing him.
Mm-hmm.
And you look at all these teams in a league where just about half the league needs quarterbacks. How are the Raiders not all over Lamar Jackson? How is Sean McVay and the LA Rams not at least lobbing a phone call? You're not even going to make a phone call?
Yeah, I think the thing that they can't get away from is what you were just saying about how quickly they put out the statement saying they're not interested. Like, if you had waited and, like, kind of slow played it and just kind of chilled and not said anything, I think you would have been in a much better position. But being that there's 6 or 7 teams that came out sort of together and said we're not interested, that's odd. That's weird.
I think it is. It is this thing where you just cannot continue to ignore it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't continue to ignore it. And I understand I am not a Lamar Jackson guy.
Yeah.
If I were in the NFL, I just wouldn't talk about it because I would have a quarterback because I'd be all in on quarterback and offensive line.
Yeah.
Bottom line, I'd be over the cap because my quarterback and offensive lineman would be paid. And we'd be scoring 30 points a game. That's how I would win a Super Bowl. But are you telling me the LA Rams shouldn't have interest in Lamar Jackson when you have a broken down barnacle of a quarterback and Matt Stafford? You can't wait to trade and offload his money. I think it's 58, 59 million or whatever he's owed.
It's not the best situation, and we all
owed
know
like
that.
57 million guaranteed. You're trying to trade him. You're telling me you're not even going to make a phone call to Baltimore.
Apparently not.
Something's not right there.
Yeah.
Something's not right there. And again, I know I'm a conspiracy guy by most people's estimations, but I'm telling you.
Look, tinfoil guy.
Yeah, I should, I should try, and I should also have marinara meatballs for dinner tonight.
At Papa Murphy's, we do more than just pizza. We do meatballs and marinara.
Actually, I do the meatballs and marinara.
And how do you do it, Dad?
How do I do it? How do I do it?
Order now at papamurphys.com.
Papa Murphy's Pizza, National Meatball Day. Use the promo code Monty25 to get 25% off your purchase at $25 or more. Monty25 at Papa Murphy's Pizza. And again, we have strict rules on pizza on the show. We don't use red sauce. We use barbecue sauce. That's just the minimum.
Yeah.
Okay, now take it easy, kid.
Right.
Traditional crust, barbecue sauce. Now, I'm a mozzarella. I absolutely use the herb mix. Dude, it's so good.
Well said.
I absolutely use the green onions. I absolutely use the onion mix. I absolutely use the mushrooms, extra mushrooms. Cheese mix on top. Now we're good to go. You know what I'm saying? Like
Boom.
we're daddy's a happy camper. And stop texting me during the show.
Yeah, by the way,
you guys know I'm on the show. Why are you texting me?
By the way, since it's the top of an hour and we can do a quick reset here, we're out of spots for the birthday bash happening tomorrow. Okay, I just need to keep saying that, bro. Like, we're getting, how many DMs? What, like 20?
Yeah,
10?
at least.
Like,
we have been promoting the Big 5-0 birthday bash for 6 weeks. Hey, hey, man, join the membership. Hey, you're a member? You're in. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, what t-shirt? Got you a t-shirt. Yep. Hey, you're in. Free birthday cake. You're in. Hey, miniature golf indoors. Great hockey game. You're in. For 6 weeks, we've been promoting this event. And today it's like, oh, dude, you guys are sold out. Can you get me a ticket? No, dick. 6 weeks ago? Yes. Today? No. It's amazing. And I've never understood it. People are like, yeah, I'll wait till tomorrow. Why would I ask for a ticket today when I can ask tomorrow?
Don't play intramurals, brother.
And you did that for like a month. And even earlier this week, we said, hey, man, I think even yesterday, I remember saying, hey, we've got like 10 tickets.
That door's closed, bro.
It's going to be tight, but we can fit you in, right? Like, no. Now it's over. Now, and we are way over. No, dude, we're not answering the door. I love you. You guys know I love all of you. But I'm just telling you.
Yeah.
You can't do it. You just
Sorry.
You can't do it. Brad Turner, a member of the program, says, thanks for making the show great, everyone. Our investments are going to be worth 100 times in 5 or more years. Hey. I'm just saying, one day when this show is the wow, look at you guys. Chris Karn gives 10 memberships out today. Brad Turner gifted 10 memberships today. This is crazy.
Just saying.
That is what, 34, 50 gifted memberships today.
You guys are incredible.
Justin Jackson gifted a membership by Arlington Bears.
Let's go.
Welcome to the club, Justin Jackson. JJ, good to see you. Like, it's
Dude,
crazy.
Provo Cougar fan. When you gonna join, dude? Come on. Come on.
Provo Cougar fan. Let's go.
You've been listening for a long time.
You're on the outside looking in here, Provo Cougar fan. What are we doing? Says, what will happen to Cal when the Pac-10 breaks up? Will football go away? Never. Do you understand the hundreds of millions of dollars now they have invested in Memorial Stadium? The football's not going away at Cal. It's just not. There's no way. Jazz Perch says, what's good, guys? How the heck are you? Tanner Plummer, a member of the show, says, sup, guys?
Super Soakers in the house.
C. Kaufman, a total of 51 memberships given today.
Incredible.
You guys are crazy. Kenny, you're not a member. Why are you not a member? Provo Cougar fan, let's go.
Let's go, my guy.
Let's go. Provo Cougar fan.
He answered the call. That's right.
Let's go. Let's go. Tyler Dopp.
Let's go.
Let's go, Tyler Dopp. Welcome to the club. I love it. I love it, you guys. It's outstanding. Outside the echo chamber says you need training to accept the gifts.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Yeah, what does that mean,
What
dude?
does that mean? I don't know what that means. Kelly Parks says you guys are totally awesome. Appreciate that,
appreciate
Kelly.
that, Kelly.
Tanner says welcome, Provo Cougar fan. See?
Here, and you know what? Because you answered the call, here, let me
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Court McMullen, you guys should throw up an ad spot during each show brought to us by viewers like you. We should.
Yeah.
We should. Kenny, you're getting peer pressured. There's got to be some FOMO. James Nelson.
Let's go.
Gifted a membership by Arlington Bears.
Boom.
Let's go.
Boom.
Look at everybody getting in.
Boom.
Look at everybody getting in. I love it. Okay, so apparently,
yeah, what's going on here now?
Brent Burness says you got to click the gift box on top of the chat if you want it. How to accept gift memberships. You do. I have no idea. I had no idea how to do that. What does this mean? I have no idea what that means. No idea.
I'm guessing that if you're in the chat, sorry, we don't know how to do this.
I have
YouTube
no
does
idea
not
how to
tell
do
us
this.
how to do this.
We don't even, I just so you know, we use this streaming software that brings in our comments. So some of them don't come in, like gift memberships are one of the things that don't come in. So it's awesome, you guys, and helping each other, that's great. I appreciate that. 49 days to the NFL draft, Court McMullen says. Yes. Yes. James Nelson says, love the show. I feel special now.
Let's
James,
go,
you are
James.
special.
Hell yeah, dude.
Lonnie Johnson says, I don't have one. No, Lonnie, go accept one. There's like 800 free memberships out there right now. People are gifting memberships. It's ridiculous. Vibes.
You're last.
Look at that. Vibes.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go. I like it. I like it. Zayman says, what did Zayman say? Zayman says, I like the show. Does that count? Absolutely.
Obviously
it counts.
not.
We appreciate that, man. You should pick up a free membership. Let's see. Matthew Webb says, think Wilson has a couch in the office. Dude, the office story, for those of you who don't know, here on the Monty program, presented by our good friends. Hey, Monty. Hey, Monty. The Monty Show is presented by our good friends at The Advocates. TheAdvocates.com. If you're right here in the great state of Utah, the UtahAdvocates.com. Russell Wilson had an office last year on the second floor with the coaches and general manager.
My name is Luca.
Where he would hold meetings with players and have them watch his film. His film. Ooh, look at that. Georgetown fires Patrick Ewing.
Yeah, dude.
Well, you got to win games, even at your alma mater. Where he would Russell Wilson would make his teammates watch his film from Seattle so that they could try and figure out how to interact with him, which is just stupid.
You're a douche.
It's really stupid.
Yeah.
Owen Lovell gifted a membership by Mike P.
Let's go. Sorry, I had to pull it out again, dude. Sorry. My bad.
Carl Molleret gifted a membership by Mike P.
Let's go.
Lonnie Johnson.
Yeah.
DJ Smith. James Nelson. Carrie Lee.
God bless.
This is ridiculous.
Incredible, bro.
Absolutely ridiculous.
What an absolute performance today on the program.
It really has been. It really has been. And I'm trying to find Chris Karn's comment. He had a comment over here. I'm going to read it, Chris, and I don't know why it doesn't come through, but it says, guys, dang, afternoons are hard on this business owner. I'm listening from the airport in the Natty. Looking forward to tomorrow night and bear down. Let's go, Chris Karn.
Dude.
Get your butt back home. Let's do this.
Yes.
Looking for, by the way, Chris Karn, by the way, Lapini Katoa coming to the event tomorrow.
Dude.
Max Tooley, Brant Keithy. Brant Keithy's bringing Braden Daniels.
What a stud Braden Daniels is, dude.
Yeah, did you guys see the combine he had?
Dude.
It's going to be an incredible event. You're going to have a great time. Look forward to seeing you and Mrs. Karn there. Chris, always good to see you. Chris was the very first ever member of this show. The very first one ever. Full fare, $10 a month. Chris Karn, boom. Didn't even hesitate.
Nope.
Longtime listener. Fantastic. Just really appreciate that. Owen Lovell says, thanks for the membership. What a great group. Exactly right. Matt Hartley says, imagine being the one guy who doesn't have a membership. Exactly right. Brent Burnett says, Zayman, click on the gift box on top of the chat, but you'll need to watch for more gifts as all are gone now. Oh. Vibes, who are you? Where are you?
Yeah, bro, what's
Tell
your
us about
story,
you.
dude?
James Knight says, I want royalty for every time you use my idea to draft jingles, LOL. Again, you guys want a story? James Knight is in Melbourne, Australia, and he owes us like 20 cases of 4X gold.
What are you, nuts?
And he is a diehard Josh Giddey, Joe Ingles fan. Do not say anything true about Joe Ingles or he will rail you.
Everybody is outraged.
It's incredible. Sam J says, I don't have one. If you don't have a membership at this point, you're trying hard not to have
Sam,
one.
come on now, bro. Come on now.
Know. Non-members eat flats. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Thank you.
Whatever.
That's exactly right.
Dude.
Non-members eat flats.
Well done.
Nobody likes flats. And then, of course, Ronnie Johnson rolls in and says, hi, everyone, with a smile, but not a member. Devin Pohl says, it's starting to smell like Colton here. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. David Koresh.
David Koresh.
Macho Man says a Jim Jones cult. LOL. You know what? Today was interesting. Before we get back to talking sports real quick.
Yep.
Because we do have to talk about Kevin Durant. I was supposed to be on TMZ Live today. I was supposed to be a guest.
Such an awesome take, dude.
I was supposed to deliver an opinion on Sean Kemp. Did you guys hear about Sean Kemp? He was involved in a shooting. They accused him of being a drive-by shooting guy. They arrested him. Today, he was released. No charges filed. Sean Kemp traced his iPhone to somebody broke into his car, allegedly stole his stuff, including his iPhone.
Yeah.
Used the Find Me to find his phone, rolled up on the car. Oh, turns out they had guns and started shooting at Sean Kemp, allegedly. And allegedly, Sean fired back. Sean Kemp is 6'10", and he was wearing a large red vest. Like, what were you doing, dude?
Looking for smoke.
Were you not a new every two guy? Like, are you kidding me? You're going to go almost die over a cell phone? That's crazy. That is absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
John Upshaw says the Sean Kemp story is crazy. Exactly right. Exactly right.
And, of course, Buddy, the attorney, released a statement today saying that Sean, was all self-defense and is completely innocent and completely skipped over the fact that, Sean, had brandished a weapon in the parking lot and, may have instigated the whole thing. But whatever. We won't talk about that.
Maples. Non-members eat Twix chocolate first.
You're not wrong, dude.
See, it just is. Yeah, okay. Hey, Sam Lott, what's up, my guy? Says, sup, down in Vegas for conference tournaments. And, of course, the U of U means the U of U men's team crapped the bed. I thought the Jazz were bad. The Utes men's team is worse. Okay, that hurts. That is. Zayman, you had a membership. What happened?
Yeah, dude. How
did that happen?
Yeah, did the boogeyman steal your membership?
Yeah.
And his name is John C.
Exactly. We just talked about Sean's scenario a month ago. Yeah, we did. You guys remember Amber Spencer, the bakeress on this show.
Right.
And her husband chased down people who stole their purse and stuff.
Right.
And what did we say? They're going to shoot you. Well, then here comes Sean Kemp rolls up to the car who stole his stuff, and they tried to shoot him.
Yeah.
Would you, if somebody broke into your car, tell me you would go chase him? Hey, I wouldn't. I've got insurance.
Yeah.
I'm new every 2. Hey, I break my phone, I get a new one.
I'm new every 2.
Like, seriously. Seriously. If you want to steal my stuff, I'm not coming to get you. Break into my car. Go for it. Hey, by the way, I don't leave anything in my car. Lesson learned, right? I love people who are like, oh, yeah, I'll just leave my purse right here on the front seat. Wallet open. Look at all my credit cards and cash, bro. Nobody will steal it. Yeah, they will. Yeah, they will. I'm not chasing you because I'm not going to leave anything in my car. Oh, James Knight, stop it. Non-members break spaghetti. Yes, they do. It is a hard rule on this show.
Stay hard.
You do not break like regular spaghetti sticks.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it. Spaghetti. You do not break string spaghetti.
You see, I'm a guy of simple taste.
You do not do that. You do not. CJ Vance, dang, Sunk Kemp has Saul Goodman as a lawyer. Exactly right.
Seriously.
Exactly right. Provo Cougar fan says, I think if you lose your cell phone and you can send a signal, that pretty much makes the cell phone useless. Well, I just wouldn't.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Zayman, what happened? Zayman, were you not a member?
Yeah, what the hell happened?
Sam J says rude.
Yeah, what the hell happened?
It's $1.99, dude. It is $1.99. Hey, Zach, where is it? Where is it? Hello, Zachary Hendrickson.
Let's go.
New member on the program. Let's go. Here's a link if you guys want to join. It's as little as $1.99 a month. If you go to the $10 membership, it gets you all of our inside information, gets you exclusive content. You get access to everything in our members-only Instagram group. You know.
Yeah.
See, why is everybody talking about you pulling it out? Stop it. Now that's what that sound means. Your girlfriend comes over. Do you play that chime when she walks in?
You know what that's like these days?
Is that what you do? Oh, that's hysterical. Zachary Hendrickson says, just had to become a member on my way home. Just want to say, go Pokes. Love it. Love it. Let's see. C. Kaufman, total of 71 membership now.
God,
wow.
Dude. Oh,
oh my God, Dan.
Okay, this is my guy in Texas, dude. Is this Dan Kinnersley?
Yes.
Yeah, dude. This is right.
McKenna Tech Dan.
Yeah, dude.
20 memberships
dude, I'm telling
gifted,
you, bro. This dude is a savage, bro. Holster company in Texas. Like I'm telling you, if you haven't seen this dude, find this dude.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, wait. Where are all these comments? I feel like I'm missing a lot. Okay. For some reason, I cannot see these. Jet, what are we doing today? I break spaghetti noodles. Have I been doing it wrong? Yes, you've been doing it wrong.
What are you, nuts?
Yes, you've been doing it wrong. Maury Alvarez says, Jake is now the master of pulling it in and out. Yes. Yes. McKenna Tech Dan says in California,
but
you're
in California. I thought you were Texas, dude.
Russ Fisher says, great job, Dan.
Yeah, awesome job, dude.
Court McMullen says, this show is brought to you by McKenna Tech Dan.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude.
Tanner Plummer says, non-members don't break up with their girlfriends via text.
Well, you know.
My fucking ass.
Or try on FaceTime and then they demand to come over and do it in your face. Okay, that came out wrong.
That's every day.
Brett Burnett says, can always upgrade the membership. You can.
That's right, yeah.
Lopes fan Gabe says, non-members think hot dogs aren't sandwiches.
Because they're not. They're not, dude.
Stop.
They're not.
Stop.
Are we clear on that?
Napa Mike Conroy is rolling over in his grave.
Dude.
Maury Alvarez says, non-members don't use asado seasoning from our good friends at the Barbecue Pit Stop, bbqpitstop.com. They bring you all of our football talk on this very program every single day. No matter where you are, make sure you find them online at bbqpitstop.com. The best equipment in the business. Logan, Layton, Lehigh, the Jeezy, and of course in Murray on State Street across from the mall. But you can always shop online, and you can always get the best seasoning for everything. Asado seasoning by Flavor Knuckles. We swear by it. I use it on scrambled eggs. I use it in soup. I poured it in my soup the other day. I use it on everything, including my hose.
That's every day.
What? My ho-hos, like ding-dongs and ho-hos. What?
My fucking ass.
You get so sensitive over there. Anyway, the point is, use that asado seasoning. Get it online right now at bbqpitstop.com. Make sure you tell them you heard about it on the Monty Show. Barbecue Pit Stop. They're awesome, dude. They have the best equipment in the business. Every single thing you need, from a tong to an apron. If you have a pellet smoker. By the way, are we all pellet smoker guys? Are we?
Yeah, what are we doing here?
Are we charcoal briquettes?
No.
You know. No, you're not. I'm not a charcoal briquette guy.
No, obviously not. By the way, I think it's amazing that every day this week, I believe it has been, the show has basically been put on autopilot by you guys gifting memberships.
It has. It's incredible. It is absolutely incredible the way that you guys do that. I mean, I just think you're so generous. I mean, I'm not even exaggerating. You guys are incredibly generous. Jonathan Eaton, on mobile, close the live chat and click join icon. Then click on the 3 settings dots and then membership toggle allow. There we go.
Thank you.
Lonnie Johnson says, go BYU Big 12. Tanner says, because you scared her off, James Knight. Wait, what happened? What did James Knight say? James Knight says, why aren't we seeing more Mrs. Monty? Because Mrs. Monty.
Oh, man. Yeah, great question.
She works, dude. Mrs. Monty is like a real professional gal. And I'm hoping she'll be here soon. She's picking up Hank. The Jeep's a story.
What a story for that thing.
The Jeep is a story. I bought a new Jeep last weekend, and let's just say I came home to a puddle of oil in the garage last night, and it was not good. And non-sports stories.
Yeah, later in the
non-sports stories. It's incredibly frustrating how that happens. Biggest stories in sports today. Obviously, this Big 12 situation, and I do want to recap this because I see everybody asking what's going on with Utah and the Big 12. The details are pretty succinct. Utah and the Big 12 have had direct conversations, and Utah was looking for financial consideration, which they got. I believe that financial consideration, sources have not told me this directly, I believe that financial consideration comes in the form of being a full share member right out of the gate, because I think that is something that new members are going to have to negotiate. And from what I understand, Arizona, Utah, Colorado, and Gonzaga are the front runners to join. Those 4. Arizona State and Washington are really passionate about staying in the Pac-12 until the very end.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, I don't think this means that the Pac-12 is falling apart or disintegrating, but I think if you are to lose Arizona, Utah, and Colorado, I think that is not a death knell, but it's very close.
This is a code 10 abort.
And I think at that point, it's going to be very interesting to see what Oregon and Washington do, because if you are a 7-strong conference and then you add San Diego State for 8, I don't think that makes you a conference at all.
Definitely not a P5.
And I think that's where you start getting in the trouble. And I wonder what AP voters say about that. I wonder what college football playoff committee members say about that. That's where you start getting in trouble. And so I think once the big dance, once the NCAA tournament is over, I think you're going to get a much more harsh reality check in the Pac-12 about who you are as a conference, who's in and who's out, because I don't think there's any doubt that Arizona and Gonzaga, as it's been explained to me, are a package deal. If Arizona and Gonzaga go into the Big 12, they likely will do it at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that makes a lot of sense because those are 2 basketball universities, and Fox TV industry sources have told us that Fox is willing to pay for Gonzaga, which makes a huge difference because you know that Fox does not have a pro rata with the Big 12. ESPN does, which, by the way, is simply an agreement, a pro rata. It says if you add a P5 team, we'll pay you an equal share for that P5 team. If you add a G5 team, we're not guaranteeing you anything, which has been a big sticking point on SMU and San Diego State. I think it's been driving a wedge, in my opinion, in the Pac-12, because I think they know that if the ESPN's not going to pay the Big 12 for G5s, what is ESPN going to say to the Pac-12 about San Diego State and SMU? I think that makes it a very difficult case to rubber stamp the addition of San Diego State and SMU. And I also think, by the way, I also think Arizona State is waffling.
Uh-huh.
I think Arizona State believes that their value is high, which I don't disagree with. I think as a brand, Arizona State has a brand.
Mm-hmm.
They don't win much anymore. And I understand that that's a basketball school. I understand that Jed Fish is moving Arizona football in the right direction. Sports in Tucson these days are tough. And I think Arizona State recognizes they're in that same spot. But what's the difference between the two? Arizona has a potential, if they go into the Big 12, to leave all the scandal, to leave all the sweaty Sean behind. And they can then again start talking about Lute Olson and, hey, come help us win the Big 12. Come help us win the Big 12. Come help us beat Kansas. Come help us beat, Houston, the number 1 team in the country. Hey, come help us. There's a story to tell.
Yeah.
Restore the roar of the Wildcats. What is Arizona State's story? Help Bobby Hurley do what?
Yeah.
Hey, we didn't want to play Grand Canyon, but we'll play you? Like, what's your story if you're Arizona State? And I know that this is and we have a lot of listeners in Arizona, and God bless you, I love you. But the question has to be asked. What is the value of Arizona State versus Arizona? Because I don't see that it's high. I think Arizona as a basketball school has tremendous value. I don't know what the value at Arizona State is.
I think that there's no denying that the Phoenix market has value. I think that, someone from the East Coast doesn't understand just how far down the food chain Tucson is from Phoenix. I think that Arizona on TV from a viewership standpoint is going to be strong in basketball, obviously.
Obviously.
I think Arizona has certain strengths and weaknesses. I think Tucson is a weak market. I think that Tucson is a grain of sand in the nation, honestly, with all due respect. But that doesn't change the fact that their basketball program at U Arizona, a players program, is very strong. And I think that the thing for ASU is Phoenix. The thing for ASU is a massive, rapidly growing metroplex. And for me, I look at Phoenix and I say, hey, that's definitely a money-making opportunity. But yeah, you got to win some games here, man. That's what you need to do to make sure that you stay relevant.
I think it is an awfully difficult prospect if you are Arizona State to split from Arizona. I think that would be a mistake. And I think it's one of those things where if you look at Arizona and Arizona State, I cannot see them moving separately. But I don't know who exerts more authority. I don't know who has more autonomy. And when I look at Arizona versus Arizona State, again, another great rivalry. And how many rivalries have we seen die in this conference recently?
Right.
A lot. And it's scary, frankly. If we're being really honest, it's really scary because you're looking at, great rivalries like Utah and BYU that currently don't have a place to play. They don't have the ability to play.
Right.
And furthermore, I don't know that they have the desire to play. I look at USC and UCLA. I look at, Washington State, Oregon State, like some of these great rivalries, the Territorial Cup with Arizona State. Like, how is that going to go away?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's really disheartening that Oklahoma and Texas are leaving the Big 12 for the SEC because is that still a rivalry in the SEC? Well, I'm sure they'll tell you it is. Right, but it doesn't have the heat and the vitriol.
Yeah.
How are we losing Oklahoma State? We're losing Bedlam. What sense does that make? You know what I mean? That's what's hard for me.
Yeah.
So, at the end of the day, my feeling is pretty strong that Arizona and Arizona State wind up staying together. I don't see any way that it is.
I just think it's unnatural to split. I mean, you look at Washington State.
But unnatural, I think it's bad business to split.
Yeah. 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 I mean, it probably costs you for sure. I mean, it definitely puts you in a weaker position. I think that, again, Brett Yormark has not made it a secret that he wants to push west, and I think that that's going to happen. And I think that when I look at Brett and what he's trying to do, clearly he's trying to be innovative and be on the edge, and I think that that's why I say I think this idea that Arizona and Arizona State somehow are not aligned now is really interesting because Arizona is not, in my opinion, from a national perspective, Arizona overall, like football, basketball, just as an institution, I'm not so sure that they're as strong of a player as Arizona State is. But when you just look at basketball, obviously we know the answer to that. So that's where, for me, it kind of gets tough. But ultimately, I think, if someone's going to make a move, they're not going to do it alone. And that's where I say someone like Utah, again, the Arizona schools, a Colorado, that they know they need to group together to make that kind of a jump.
I think this thing with Utah is real now. I mean, there is no doubt that, and I want to state this really clearly, there is no doubt that I think Arizona State, Utah, Colorado have all spoken to the Big 12. There's just no doubt about that.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them want to jump. I don't think any of them are eager to jump. I think if they all had their druthers, they'd stay in the Pac-12.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we're starting to get into this position where we have to talk about what common sense is.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are, and think about this, if you are Utah, what is common sense? Does common sense say you will be valued in the Pac-12, or does common sense say you will be valued in the Big 12 at a much higher level? I think you would be valued in the Big 12 at a much higher level. I think your seat at the college football playoff table is secure. I think if you stay in the Pac-12, I mean, does anybody here believe that the Pac-12 will not suffer any membership loss? I don't see how you look at the Pac-12 right now.
Yeah.
How do you look at the Pac-12 and say to yourself, yeah, they're not going to lose anybody?
Yeah, I just don't know. I don't know what the path to that is. I mean, if you had a
I
situation,
really don't know.
I mean, again, you look at George Kliavkoff and you say, okay, well, what does this guy actually have to present? What is it that you are, what is the proposition? What's the proposal? What's the idea? What's the game plan for how exactly you're going to convince brands like Washington and Oregon and Utah and the Arizona schools and Prime at Colorado? What is the proposition? Because, the latest number that we received that George Kliavkoff is getting in TV negotiations is $22 million a year per school, and obviously that's just not going to get it done. And for me, I just think that if George goes back to them with that number and says, yeah, we're looking at a 5 to 7 year deal, 22 a year for each school, who the hell is taking that? I mean, I just can't see a way that someone takes that. And that, for me, is why this whole conversation around education versus money versus on-field or on-court performance, versus total picture of your university, that's why this is such a philosophical conversation. Because, when you have, presidents at institutions like Washington saying that, hey, we're not going to accept a grant of rights situation where our tier one, our primary and best matchups are on stream only.
Yeah.
Right? So it's philosophical from a stream versus traditional TV standpoint. It's philosophical from the standpoint of, hey, should we jump as a couple? Oregon and Washington, should we just jump the two of us, or should we jump 5 or 6 teams? There's a lot of philosophy happening here. And that's what I think makes it tough, because if you think about it, you have 10 schools, everyone looks at it differently, or maybe you've got little cliques inside of those 10. And the only way to unite them is to say, hey guys, here's 50 a year as a baseline. That's how you take different philosophical ideas, put them on the back burner, and everyone gets together. But he doesn't have that.
Cougar Tracks, a member of the program, says, Monty and Jake, I would like your thoughts on the Pac teams coming in at full share when the 4 coming in get a reduced share. I don't know. That's tough. I think you are making a business decision. And if the problem is, and if you look at BYU, who knows what BYU's deal really is?
Mm-hmm.
If you look at BYU and let's say they're getting a half share, well, what are they going to do about it? You're not going to do anything about it. You're going to take your share of postseason money and you're going to hope for the best and you're going to earn your keep. But if they offer Utah full membership and full revenue, that's better for BYU. Right now, I don't think there's anything you can do about that.
Yeah, I think it's a problem you can't worry about. It's just the reality of the situation.
Yeah, I totally agree. Tanner Plummer says, in my opinion, there's no such thing as common sense. Apparently not. Danny Football says, thanks for the membership, Dan. Now that I'm a member, will Tanner introduce me to some Daybreak moms? I mean, I don't know why he wouldn't.
I mean, we haven't broken into the Daybreak market, as far as moms are concerned. Draper's really been where, Jet Wayman has been operating. So,
Yeah, Jet Wayman pretty much owns that territory.
I'm going to do that.
You're gonna have to kick down to Jet Wayman if you want to work the corners and Draper.
Yeah,
it's an expensive kick down too.
Yeah, we're really focused on Philadelphia right now.
Mike, take it easy. Mike Chase, now a member of the program, says the non-members eat their olives and blue cheese with their flats.
Bro.
Olives, blue cheese, and flats. I just threw up in my mouth. Tanner says, if I can, I don't if I can. I doubt if I can. Lisa Wilson is watching out for me. Apparently, she doesn't like that I keep calling her son Zach Milfson.
Well.
No.
No.
I'm not going there. Outside the echo chamber says monetization of Big 12 basketball is going to be a huge difference maker that these Pac schools are overlooking. I would agree with that. And, many people have been like, oh, the pro rata was a mistake. Was it, though? Because if you look at the way that deal is engineered in the Big 12 with ESPN and Fox, I think it allows Fox to greatly expand and own Big 12 basketball. I think that's exactly what it does.
Yeah.
And I think when you look at ESPN's going to pay for those members to be in the program and in the conference. And I think Fox is going to benefit from that.
Yeah.
I think everybody wins.
ESPN and Fox are working together, man.
Everybody wins.
Yeah.
Big Jack 512. Ask not what your conference can do for you, but what you can do for your conference. Exactly.
Know your role and shut your mouth.
Curtis says that's the big thing. Pac-12 is supposed to be about the academics, but they all lack common sense.
Yeah, it's kind of funny, isn't it?
I don't know. Owen Lovell says book smart equals street smart.
No, that's not true.
That. Book smart equal. No, I don't. I wonder what he meant to say there. Book smart greater than street smart is greater. See, what happened was, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
And now, by the way, Jet Wayman says he's going for Luca's mom.
Oh, is he?
My name is Luca.
Not that I can find his comment, which drives me crazy. Let's see. Matt Hartley says blank does not equal. Oh, okay. Thank you. It says this means does not equal. Oh,
bro, what is this? The Pac-12?
I went to Utah. What do you want? I didn't go to Utah. Relax. BYU Network will live on. Oh,
Maybe.
BYU Sports Nation is always going to live on.
Stay home.
No doubt about that. Another overlooked positive of college basketball is its almost perfect integration with legal sports gambling apps. So it's easy and, quote, fun.
Yeah.
It is. Absolutely it is.
Yeah.
I totally agree. John Upshaw. Should Oregon and Washington join the Big Ten and take less revenue for at least 5 years until the college football playoff goes to the open market? Market to hopefully be played on multiple networks. I mean, less money in the Big Ten is still more money than in the Pac-12.
Facts.
Right?
Facts.
That makes perfect sense to me.
Yeah, it's on point.
It absolutely makes perfect sense to me. This hour of the show is brought to you by our good friends at Quick Quack Car Wash. I'm telling you guys, I say it all the time. Quick Quack Car Wash is where you go to get your best car wash. And I tell you that when I go to Quick Quack, the thing that I love about Quick Quack Car Wash is that you just know you're getting a good car wash, right? So when I had Klausy Audi, Quick Quack Car Wash. Now they have Hank the Grand Cherokee, Quick Quack Car Wash, right? But I like the people. I love doing business with good people. I'm telling you, if you go into Quick Quack Car Wash, you're getting smiles. They always have a discount for you. Their pricing on their memberships is fantastic. Like all of the things that you need from a car wash. Oh, by the way, free vacuums, free damp towels to dry your car. Like everything you need from Quick Quack is dynamite. It's there. It's ready. You're in and out in 5 minutes. Your kids will love it because you have like all these different color lights in the tunnel. The car wash tunnel used to be a scary, loud place. Now it is quiet. It has got a bunch of different colored soap, a bunch of different colored lights. At Quick Quack, you see all the ducks. Like it's just really fun for your kids. It's a great place to be. Go to Quick Quack Car Wash. Make sure you tell them you heard about it on the Monty Show. Let's see. McKenna Tech Dan says, need to take the Jeep in for a muddy duck to get all of the oil off of it. Dude.
Dude.
Muddy ducks?
It is.
I'm telling you, muddy ducks are cash.
Yeah.
They are, and if you don't know what a muddy duck is, and we've talked about this on the show before,
right?
A muddy duck it uses a lot more water and a lot more soap, and it uses a roller brush. They use these soft cloth rollers, and it just kicks out a lot more water and a lot more soap. And when we went down to like Moab, or if you've been through a particularly bad cycle of snow and rain and salt and dirt, and like when we got back from Tahoe,
yes.
And the car just comes out spotless. Every single front, back, side, like spotless.
Yes.
Every time. I absolutely
Crispy.
love a muddy duck. Absolutely. Ryan Fair, what's up, my guy? Good to see you. He's a member of the show. The Big Ten is just waiting on these 4 corner schools, and once the jump to the Big 12, they will come in and grab their schools at a huge dumpster fire sale discount.
Could be. It could be. I mean,
Well,
again,
that's interesting.
I still maintain the Sharks are circling.
That's
Absolutely.
very interesting. Anonymous says Tommy Boy proves book smart doesn't mean street smart. Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I got you. The networks love to play BYU games. Set records last year against Baylor. It did.
Yeah,
it did. I'm telling you, it is. That's exactly right. It's exactly right. Look at Marlon Shaw. Marlon, where's your comment? There he is. Marlon Shaw. Hello, gang from Florida. Have not been able to catch the live show for a while, but enjoying the show on delay. Pac-12 teams need to realize things are changing. If they do not, they will be left behind. Exactly.
Perfectly said, dude.
Right.
Perfectly said. I mean, it could be. Yeah. I mean, it's.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That it's the people looking to stay comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And apply this to your life, your friends, your wife, your mom, your brother, your boss, whoever. If you are unwilling to make a move based on yourself, bet on yourself. Bet on yourself. If you're George Kliavkoff, sure, bet on yourself. But if you're Washington, if you are Colorado, if you're the University of Utah, what do you have to lose by betting on yourself and going to the Big 12? There's nothing to lose. You know you're going to make more money. You know your seat at the table is better.
Yep.
Now, obviously, academics and academia, there's all those conversations. Totally get it. But strictly athletics, what do you have to lose? Nothing. And when you talk about the Pac-12, I think if you are Utah and you stay until that ship is underwater, you're in real trouble because where are you going to go?
Yeah, and I wish we would stop asking what we have to lose instead of asking what we have to gain. I mean, that to me is what I'm asking if I'm in the Pac-12 right now, if I'm Gonzaga.
Totally agree. Is Scheffler winning the Players' Championship again? I mean, it is amazing to me. It doesn't look like he is. Okay, I don't know. Scotty Scheffler is playing out of his mind. It seems like every shot he hits is going in.
Yeah.
And then, of course, they show Colin Morikawa in a bunker, and he's rolling it like to within an inch of the hole.
Right.
I'm telling you, I'm all in on Full Swing, the show on Netflix, the golf show on Netflix. I'm all in, dude.
So much to the point that you're not watching Mayor of Kingstown, right?
No, I just have not had time to watch Mayor. We've been working like so many hours this week to get ready for this event tomorrow. Yeah. Dude, this event tomorrow is going to be crazy. It's not cheap either. My God. We have spent a lot of money on this event. Let's see. Kenneth gives us a $10 tip and says, another great show. Appreciate you, Kenneth.
Appreciate you, man. Seriously, thank you.
But I'm telling you right now, if you're not watching Full Swing, you're crazy. You are missing out. Matthew Brenning says, let's say tomorrow Colorado announces they are leaving. What now? I don't know that anything changes. What now? I think that
What now for who, though? Like, okay, Colorado leaves. Great. Now there's probably a domino effect. Now you probably get some motion out of Gonzaga. Now you probably get some motion out of Utah. Probably get some motion out of the Arizona schools. I'm not convinced that Washington would jump just because Colorado did.
I don't know that there's a whole lot of chain reaction there. When you say like what now, I don't know that there's a whole lot of what now.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think that there's a domino effect waiting to happen, that once the proverbial seal on the crack breaks, that the pipe's just going to like burst open and we're going to have just the absolute meltdown of the Pac-12. I don't know that it works that way. And I only say that because of the processes that have to take place. Like, you look at if you use USC and UCLA as an example, they obviously still have another year in the Pac-12. Like, it doesn't just happen overnight. And I think that That's what a lot of people instinctually, naturally go to mentally. Oh, hey, this school left. Oh, okay, yeah. So Prime's in the Big 12 this year, right? Well, no, you got to, there's still buyouts and, processes and contracts and paperwork and X, Y, and Z. So that's why I say it's more complicated than that.
Go ahead and hit the like button, guys, while you're sitting here, all 300 of you. If you hit the like button, that would be amazing. Ryan Van S says, listening from Texas, not one of you mentioned the SWC breakup in comparison. Went through it with Houston in 95. We got set back now 24 years later, number one basketball program in the country. Well, I think when you look at, a lot of look at the Big East. Remember Big East football. I think it is when you look at a lot of these storylines and you look at a lot of, the I don't want to be too dramatic. I'm not saying the drama of college sports. But I more prefer to say look at the business of college sports. Right? If you look at Arkansas, Texas A&M, Baylor, Texas Tech, Texas, TCU, Rice, SMU, and Houston, how many of them have actually thrived since the Southwest Conference crashed? Well, I would say Arkansas has done pretty well. They're in the SEC. Texas A&M, Baylor, Texas, and Texas Tech all went to the Big 12 and I think have done quite well. Now, of course, Texas A&M is no longer there. They're in the Southeast Conference now, right? You look at, TCU. TCU's had up and downs, but you just played for the college football championship. Rice, SMU, death. Houston, it's been a long struggle, right? And now you're joining the Big 12. So I think it's individual case there as far as how that stuff played out, Ryan Van Ness. But, I think it's very difficult if you are somebody in the Pac-12 to just sit here and wait. Because, sure, and I'll use Utah because I think Utah isn't respected as it should be. Hell, you look at this poll that came out today.
Yeah.
Or this ranking that came out, excuse me. And you see that Bruce Feldman from The Athletic, right? One of the most respected college football names in thine business. You have a guy here ranking the coaches in college football. He's got Nick Saban 1. Okay. Kirby Smart. Okay. Dabo Swinney.
I don't love that ranking.
Okay. Jim Harbaugh 4th. Okay. James Franklin, Ryan Day, Lincoln Riley. Lincoln Riley's a better coach than Kyle Whittingham. Riley 7th. Kyle Whittingham 9th. Who's been a nemesis of Lincoln Riley? I would say Kyle Whittingham.
Yeah.
Yet Lincoln Riley's ranked ahead of Kyle Whittingham. Has Lincoln Riley had that much more success than Kyle Whittingham, who's one of the original BCS busters, Kyle Whittingham, who's won back-to-back Pac-12 championships, gone to the Rose Bowl 2 years in a row?
Well,
come on now.
Here's the deal, though. I think that I agree. Witt should be ranked ahead of Lincoln Riley, absolutely. But I think the thing you have to remember is that Lincoln Riley's had multiple Heisman Trophy winners. Lincoln Riley, and again, I know that that's not like team success.
I don't disagree with you.
Lincoln has had a lot of national
right,
attention.
But he also is at Oklahoma, and this is to my point. You're also at Oklahoma. You're also in the Big 12. You've had a superior TV deal. You've had access to the college football playoff and the BCS.
So is it any surprise he's ranked ahead? I mean,
it's not really because in my opinion, college football is a PR sport. It's not adjudicated on the field necessarily.
Yeah.
In my opinion, it's the a-hole MLS writer in Minnesota that has an AP football vote who doesn't cover college football, but he's got an AP football vote.
Yeah.
Who voted USC after they lost to Utah, voted USC ahead of Utah.
Congratulations, but that's bullshit.
What are we doing?
Yeah.
What we're doing is, we don't see
But that's what I say.
We don't see Pac-12 football, so we don't know how good Kyle Whittingham is.
But that's why I struggle with this Utah thing though so much, because I mean, I know we can talk about ad nauseum about how the Utes don't get their fair share of respect, about how the Utes, hit way above the belt with competition as far as the college football playoff is concerned. And I know they lost to Penn State. I know that they lost to Ohio State. I get it. They had Ohio State on the ropes. And I'm going to keep dying on the hill of if candies and nuts, if Cam had stayed healthy the first round, they win that game. And I firmly believe that. Now, he gets hurt. They lose the game. Great. Whatever. Ohio State, go do whatever you're going to do. But for me, I just think that when you're Lincoln Riley and you're in the Big 12, like you were saying, and you get all that sunlight, if you will, all that attention, all the spotlight, you can afford to be average one year. Whereas Kyle Whittingham has to be excellent, elite, like top of the mountain every single year because he's not getting that kind of attention. And that, I think, is the difference.
I like Matt Hartley's comment the most. To be fair to the AP, Utah only beat USC twice. That's a good point. Hartley, though, also says Florida loss is worse, in my opinion, than the Penn State loss. Way worse. Because that Florida game, you should have won that game.
The conference shouldn't have been in doubt, ever. Like, Utah should have been wire-to-wire number one ranked in the conference, but they didn't handle business.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Gary says if Cam stays healthy, well, guess what?
But he didn't, and that's the problem. But my point is, the only reason I brought that up is not to have some debate about whether they would have won. I do think they would have won. But my point was that, if you go back and we change the path that's led us here for Utah, hey, you win both of those Rose Bowls, let's say. How much different is the notoriety? How much different is the money? How much different is your roster right now? Because if you had won both of those Rose Bowls, Brant Keithy's in the NFL. Cam Rising's in the NFL.
But I would agree with that. But again, I think this goes back to that situation where we run into, well, hey, Lincoln Riley hasn't won. Oh, but he went to the college football playoff. Why is Brian Kelly on that list? Well, he hasn't won. Oh, well, he went to the college football playoff.
Yeah.
Right? Like, Kyle Whittingham is not likely to have Heisman Trophy winners.
Mm-hmm.
He is not likely to have the best quarterbacks, the best wide receivers. And unfortunately, through tragedy, he isn't going to have one of the best running backs.
Yeah.
But he's always going to have a great defense. Defense wins you championships. It does not win you awards, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I look at somebody like Lincoln Riley. Sure, does he have, little Kyler winning Heisman trophies and Jalen Hurts and, Caleb Williams? Yeah, he does. Does he always have a great quarterback? Yeah, he does. Does he win championships?
No. Does he need to, though?
Apparently not. And again, this is why I say it's a beauty pageant.
Yeah. You're absolutely right. I agree.
That's what it is. But if your accomplishment actually mattered, Kyle Whittingham would be ahead of Lincoln Riley on that list. Because if we're talking about best college football coaches, who wins and who loses? Because there's only one GOAT in college football, and that's Nick Saban because he wins. Why is Kirby Smart number 2 on that list? Because he wins.
I think the Lincoln Riley evangelist would say that Lincoln Riley's been pushing the college football playoff.
Listen, I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
But again, if Manti Te'o's girlfriend never existed, could he have gotten her knocked up? Probably not. I have no idea why I said that, only to say Brian Kelly. What did Brian Kelly do at Notre Dame besides get embarrassed in the biggest games they played in? I was going to
say, he disappointed.
Well, fuck, man. But what is he? He winds up at LSU going for 2 points and winning the game. And all of a sudden, he's a legend.
Yeah.
Go Tigers.
Dude, look at Buddy. Right below where your cursor is. Where's Sonny Dykes? Precisely.
Sonny Dykes is at TSU.
Precisely.
At TCU. Not on that list.
Oh, we got some update on KD, bro.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it.
2 to 3 weeks, dude.
Don't care.
2 to 3 weeks.
Marlon Shaw gave us $20 more.
Appreciate you, bro.
Dude.
Stack it up.
Appreciate you. This is because college football has historically been based on polls, i.e. PR. The new college football playoff will help to dilute that because the polls will become less impactful. I hope so.
Yeah, and I think college football needs that. I mean, that's kind of the genius of March Madness and basketball, is that you don't really need polls, right? I mean, you have them. Obviously there is an AP top 25 and everything.
Dude, I cannot, but I know you guys are tired of hearing me railing on this guy because several of you have told me to shut up about it, but this guy in Minneapolis, the AP voter in Minneapolis, does not cover college football, and he has a top 25 vote. How? Brown cow. How?
Yeah.
Like, I'd love to understand that, but it's inexplicable. And yet he is voting. He's voting on Utah's fate. So I hope the AP poll gets washed.
Because it's garbage.
I do, but it matters in the college football playoff scenario. I guarantee it. But you know what else matters? That nobody watches Utah football games of note.
Yeah.
I mean, fans do. But does Condoleezza Rice watch Utah football games? Maybe she's a Stanford alum, so she might. But if you look at those kinds of people, do they watch college football? Yes. Do they watch Utah football? No. They don't. Did they watch Notre Dame and BYU in Las Vegas last year? They did. They did. And you know the one game that maybe they watched with Utah? The Florida game.
Yeah.
And we all know the outcome of that game. That's what frustrates me.
Yeah.
Because you're in the Pac-12. Fox won't even send their broadcasters to the Palouse to see you play Washington State.
Nope.
In a game that, in my opinion, showcased the greatness of Kyle Whittingham and his coaching staff because they won.
So much to the point. The Pac-12 is so disrespected to the point that Fox is going to lie about how the whole Cam Rising not playing in that game thing happened.
It's so frustrating to me that this conference, and again, for everybody who says, oh, wow, Big 12 ain't on. Okay, cool, bro. There's nobody that's got more passion for the Pac-12 than me. I love that league. And it's just a dying league because they can't get their heads out of their asses when it comes to reach.
Yeah.
Nobody watches those games of note. Nobody. And if you don't have wildness happening in Pac-12 after dark, is anybody going to see it? And now you're not going to have Pac-12 after dark because everybody's going to be watching USC play Ohio State on NBC.
Yeah.
In the Pac-12 after dark window.
So how exactly, again, are they climbing out of this hole?
It's so frustrating to me. Like, I have so much, I need more magnesium. I have so much frustration about
It's justified. You should. I mean, again, as I always say when we talk about this,
run it into the ground.
The Pac-12 should not be here. The Pac-12 is a conference that, and I've always maintained this, like if you think about the tools that the Pac-12 has to work with, geographically, they have some of the best land in the country, right? Like, you've got SC, you've got UCLA, or you did, obviously. Like, the Oregon, like, that's, like, you just have really nice territory to work with. You're not in, with all due respect to my Big 12 contingent, you're not in Kansas, man. It's not just cornfields. You've got the Pacific Ocean. You've got beautiful cities and landscape, like all these awesome things visually, which should really help you in marketing, which should really help you be able to say, hey man, we're in Los Angeles, right? Like we've got all this awesome stuff happening. Check us out. Like it shouldn't, like the idea that soccer writer has an impact
oh my God.
is incredible because you have all this, what should be, right? Because they're not utilizing it, but what should be impact and influence and like all these great things. Yet here we are watching this conference burn to the ground and
everything burns.
It's sad because I remember the Vince Young USC game.
And it doesn't have to be this way. Yet Cal fired a basketball coach today who was 38-87, Mark Fox. 38-87 at California.
Yeah.
You're 38-87? Did you show up for practice, bro?
Because it's garbage.
We're going to accidentally win 38 games.
Yeah.
That's who the Pac-12's become.
Yeah.
That's who the Pac-12 is. It's totally.
And
it's absolutely
and
embarrassing.
More so, it's sad.
And it's embarrassing that on National Meatball Day, you have not tried the Papa Murphy's marinara meatball.
At Papa Murphy's, we do more than just pizza. We do meatballs and marinara.
Papa Murphy's, that's meatballs?
Oh, I think you mean I do the meatballs and marinara?
And how do you do it, Dad?
How do I do it? How do I do it?
Oh, well, we do it with savory ground beef
Covered in tangy marinara. That's how, honey.
At Papa Murphy's, we make great pizza.
And don't forget the meatballs.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
Yep, use the promo code Monty25 to get 25% off your purchase at $25 or more. Today, it is National Meatball Day. Go get the meatball marinara. It is spectacular. Promo code Monty25. And really, guys, download the Papa Murphy's mobile app. It's super easy to use. The Monty Show presented by the Advocates. UtahAdvocates.com, theadvocates.com. Utah Jazz tipping off in 30 seconds. Jake, is Kevin Durant injury prone?
Yeah, I mean, clearly over the last couple of years, he's been injury prone. I think that, this whole thing in pregame the other day, where he's doing what he always does and just gets sniped is really It's unfortunate. I mean, I don't he's not at fault, obviously. Like, these things just happen. Like, that there's no other way around it. And, you heard Monty Williams kind of talk about it. And I just think that it is unfortunate. I mean, the guy I think has missed 158 games over the last 3-ish seasons or so. So, you figure he's missing, more games than he's playing right now. So yeah, he's absolutely injury prone. But I think on the flip side of that, if we're going to criticize the guy, it needs to be said that when he is on the floor, he's typically making his team one of the best teams in the league. And I think that's the trouble. We saw the chemistry, the savageness of KD and Book on the same team. And that's something that I want to see more of. Woj just put out a tweet, 7 minutes ago that said that KD is going to miss 2 to 3 weeks. So, you look at scheduling, and that probably puts you into what's today, the 9th. So you're into early April at that point. And the season ends not far after that. So for me, I just think it's unfortunate timing. But that said, that doesn't mean that they can't make a playoff run and really get after it. Like, again, you talk about the end of their season. I mean, right now he's missing 2 to 3 weeks. That puts you, early April is where that would put you. So to end the season, they've got San Antonio, Denver, Lakers, Clippers. So if he can be back even for the last 5 games of the year, I think they're in a fine spot. If at the same time they come out and they say, hey, he's going to miss the rest of the regular season intentionally so that he can be prepared for the first round of the playoffs, okay, great. I'd be fine with that. I wouldn't even have a problem with that. So to me, yeah, the guy is definitely injury prone. You've missed more games than you've played. At the same time, though, I think if he can just get back out on the floor for a first round matchup and provide for his team and get through that first round healthy, I think they're in a really good spot. But again, then we start getting back into, standings and who they would see and what the playoffs really look like for this team. And it's not going to be, some easy road. So that's why I say, the guy needs to figure out how to stay healthy, but I don't think that his, injury proneness is something that's going to, prevent them from winning a championship.
Did you say injury proneness?
Yes, injury proneness. That's right. I did say that.
Well, now that the soul has run out of my body, he is prone to injury, sir.
Right.
Is what I will say. I think Kevin Durant was always a huge risk for Phoenix. And I think the problem with Kevin Durant is that you can't play the games in volume that he played, especially in Golden State, the Olympics, the Olympic qualifiers, the playoffs. You look at the miles on the tires, man, and how do you fix this? That's the question that I have. What does Kevin Durant do? Because he's missed an enormous amount of games over the last 2 years.
I think the number is 158.
He's played 138 games. He's missed 158 games. Do you guys understand the enormity of that number? I don't know how you fix this because he's had everything from knees. Now these ankle injuries he's dealing with. He's had obviously the broken foot, the
Achilles.
The Achilles, it just doesn't end. And so when he's healthy, he plays lovely basketball. How do you explain that injury the other night? Dude,
I don't know.
How many tens of thousands of times in the last month has he jumped off that foot and had no problems?
Yeah.
I mean, you think about that.
That's what I say. It's just a shot out of the dark, and I think it just happens to guys, man.
Yeah, I agree. Kip of Morgantown. Congratulations. Welcome to the show. Gave us a $10 tip. West Coast cities are made up of transients, and college football is not an event that shuts down a city like East Coast teams such as West Virginia, Penn State, Phoenix, LA markets don't have local passions. Okay. So you guys, first of all, if you're going to say that, Kip, I'm going to tell you you're wrong. Then you've not been to a USC game. Then you have not been if you look at BYU football, if you look at Utah football, if you look at
dude, you haven't been.
Have you been to Autzen Stadium?
You haven't been to Tempe for ASU. You don't
when they're good and
dude,
it's 110 degrees out and that place is packed, and you're shoulder to shoulder.
Yeah.
Come on now. I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm
am.
not saying you're right. Jet Wayman, a member of the program, says the Jazz don't need to lose. No, they don't. No, they do not. This is a big topic, and I would love to get into it. Should the Utah Jazz be tanking? Dudes, I'm telling you they should not. And I know that a lot of people are going to be unhappy with that. They are not, and they should not be tanking. And my money says that I don't see a reason. What is the logical reason for the Utah Jazz to tank? I'd love to hear it. If somebody wants to break into why they should tank, please. Let's discuss.
Yeah, I just don't think that it's possible for them to tank at this stage. I mean, if you want to say that they're going to try and lose games to get into whatever the worst possible seed that they could possibly get to, I guess okay, but I'm not really here for it, man. Honestly, like I am much more in a place where I think they're doing everything they can do to win games, but they're certainly not going to rush back Lauri Markkanen or like tonight. Kessler's back tonight. Jordan Clarkson's not back tonight with the finger issue. So, you're not going to rush these guys back. And I say that because it's like, dude, like what is the incentive in that? But the point is that's different than tanking. Tanking is intentionally building a roster with the thought of losing as many games as possible. This Tony Jones tweet right here basically tells you, hey, Kessler's available tonight and JC is out with the finger thing. That doesn't mean that they're tanking, dude. That means that they're not in a hurry to expose their guys to injury or contact.
Yes.
They don't need to be in a hurry.
I would agree. And I think that's a very different thing. And I think when you look at the way that the Utah Jazz have gone about this season, I don't know why this is even an argument or controversial. There's nothing this team has done that says they're tanking. And I'm serious. In the comments, let's have the discussion because I know there's a lot of people here who believe the Jazz are tanking. I'm asking you legit. What have you seen from this team that tells you they're tanking? A. And B, what are they going to get out of tanking? What is the net benefit of the Jazz in tanking? Losing as many games as possible. Mm-hmm. Doing everything you can do to make sure that you don't win a game. What is the net benefit of that for the Utah Jazz? Because, Jake, I'm telling you, I don't see a benefit of that. They have every piece of ammunition they would need to go and get the number one pick. They have all of the assets and the money they need.
Yeah, they have everything that they need to do what they want to do. And there's no getting away from that. So the whole concept in Jazz Nation of are they tanking is a casual take because that tells me you're not paying attention. You're not in touch with the team because if you were in touch with the team, you'd understand, hey, they've got 15 or 16 first-round picks, 4 of which are this year in this coming draft, so they don't need to tank.
Exactly right.
They need to develop talent so they can operate in the draft.
And by the way, Jet Wayman gives us $2 now to say screw tanking.
Yeah.
And I'd also like to point out that
let's go.
Mick is a new member of the program, baby.
Mick.
Let's go, Mick.
Baby.
Everybody welcome Mick to the program. I love it. Absolutely fire, phenomenal. You guys, this membership thing has been redonkulous. If you are not a member of the show, what I say to you is here's the link right here. We have 2 membership tiers, $9.99, that also gets you into our Instagram group. That gets you all of our exclusive information, that gets you a great community of members. You pay $9.99 a month, every month, cancelable anytime, gets you into the Instagram group. Mm-hmm. We also have a $1.99 membership that allows you to be shouted out as a member. We read all of our member comments first. I'm telling you, man, anything you need, let's hook it up. Zayman says, hell no to tanking. We agree with that. Absolutely agree with that. Matt Hart says, hell yes to membership.
Let's go,
Let's
baby.
go. Whip it out. Thank
I'm working
you.
on it, bro.
Let's go. How about that, Matt Hart? Good to see you, my friend. Appreciate it. What are you doing?
I'm trying to get the Jazz game on the TV, bro.
I've got it right here in front of me.
Right. I know you got it in front of you. I'm trying to get it on the TV.
Yeah. You know, we're working on something to address this issue for everybody.
Yeah, it's classified.
We can't talk about it yet.
Can't talk about it in full yet, but
we are
working on it.
We are absolutely working on it to try and make sure that we can all, Yeah. Blazed Bunny says Clay Helton era was brutal and lasted forever, but USC has a big, passionate fan base. They do. They do. Look at what they did with Lincoln already. Look what they did in recruiting. Look what they do filling up the stadium. I know everybody from faculty to boosters to, I know probably 20, 30, 40 USC alumni.
Yeah.
Telling you, man, it absolutely they are passionate. Absolutely, they are passionate. Mike Maples, a member of the program. Mapes, what's up? Look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Danny has all these picks. Again, tanking teaches you your players the team is about losing. Have the players develop, trade the picks to move up. That's what they can do. Exactly right.
Yes. I mean, again, that's why I say you have to stay in touch, and that's why I get burned out on the tanking talk, because it's like, dude, like there is no logic behind it. There is no. Wow, really?
Why?
Really? What is this?
This is tank. This is tank. No, what do you mean? We did some Google image searches. Look at this one,
bro. Dude,
how good is that one?
It's incredible.
Come on, that one or this one?
Yeah, no, the Lori one is better. Dude.
Yeah, the Lori
one is phenomenal.
The Lori one is way better. I agree. By the way, if you're one of the people who are like, oh, yeah, Jazz are tanking, they're doing everything they can do to lose games. Let me ask you, does this guy look like he's tanking?
Pass. Yeah, pass. When you have the ball and there's multiple people that are wearing a jersey not like yours in front of you, you should throw it to somebody else. And we have 20 turnovers to prove that we just sort of refuse to make the simple play over and over and over again. We would have little pockets where we did, and then we would just kind of go somewhere else. Like, I don't think it's because anybody's selfish. Like, I know the guys on our team, and I know their approach every day. I know they want to win. But sometimes you just have to, like, snap out of it a little bit and recognize what's working for us and what's not.
Yeah, are you tell me that guy's trying to lose games?
You just have to, like, snap out of it a little bit.
Tell me that guy's trying to lose games. Are you kidding me?
I don't think he is.
There's not a chance in the world that guy's trying to lose games.
Yeah.
Boyd Lake says pass the dang ball. I think that's what he's trying to get him to do.
It's straightforward.
That's what he's trying to get him to do. By the way, the Jazz are wearing their gold uniforms with the
don't say
highlighter
gold,
yellow.
Not, okay.
Those are not gold uniforms, you prick.
Yeah.
Are you blind?
Yeah.
Maybe you should go to the eye doctor. Go to the ophthalmologist.
Yeah, be better. They're not gold. They're highlighter
They're
yellow.
Highlighter yellow with black accoutrements.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
We're about ready to tip off in Orlando. Let's talk Utah Jazz basketball. Matt Hart, a new member of the show, says, I love Hardy as coach. I'm excited for the Jazz. They play hard every night. It's fun to watch. Even when they lose, they play hard every night.
Yeah.
And again, I know that I'm a guy that is I'm a huge fan of these young guys. And Ochai Agbaji just hit a handoff three that was glorious.
Mm-hmm.
Glorious. I want to see more of that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see more of that. I want to see it. That's the thing that really stands out to me. Brent Burnett says, like Jazz staying in the mix of both makes it intense. I agree. Kay Nurin, a new member of the show, says the Jazz are just playing the young guys. This is good for next year. It is.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think they're just playing the young guys, and if we never see Talon Horton Tucker ever again, that'd be great. Because I am not a THT guy. I am off that bandwagon. Brandon Butler, over under 5 of the Jazz players are still on the team next year.
Yeah, I think that's probably under, bro.
That's got to be under.
I think you've got 3 guys you're married to, and that's it.
Ochai, the finisher, Walker Kessler,
and that's it. Nobody after that is a must-have.
So you're out on Jordan Clarkson. Is he coming back?
I just think it's a gimmick. I just think it's an absolute gimmick. And if Ryan Smith wants to sign him to a $100 million deal or a $92 million deal, I will not have nice things to say.
No.
There's no need for it. There is no justification for it.
I would think not.
None.
I would think, hey, Marlon Shaw, pull it out, Jake.
I'm pulling it out. Yeah.
Let's go, Marlon Shaw. Appreciate you, buddy. Good to see you on the show. Brent Burnett. Coach Hardy didn't use challenge and timeouts. He was tanking. Exactly right.
Right.
Court McMullen. Sorry, Monty, but THT started the game, so you get to see lots of him tonight. He did start. He did. And I already like that Walker Kessler is blocking shots.
Getting after Banchero, bro.
Blocker Kessler, man.
Yep.
I do love it. And I like the way they play with a lot of enthusiasm.
And
I like the ball movement that we're already seeing tonight. I'm a big fan of that. But I just don't know, like Kelly Olynyk heaving up a bomb at the shot clock is not good. Marlon Shaw, so excited. My brother is coming in, and we're going to the Jazz game in Miami on Monday. Let's go.
That's awesome, dude.
Let's go. Brent Burnett, want the Jazz to lose. Then play me and pay me cash.
Right.
It's probably not.
After the Street Clothes Davis.
That's who you're going to be. Brent Street Clothes Burnett.
Yeah, that's who you're going to be.
Yeah.
Love the highlight yellow. So bright and forces you to watch them. I actually think I like the black. Oh, Walker Kessler with another SWAT doggy. I like the black with the yellow.
Yeah.
I'm in on that. The only uniform I truly hate is the white one.
Yeah.
The white one's a practice
The white one
jersey,
is so casual.
right? No, it's not Skywalker Kessler. It's Moonwalker.
Dude, what? Jet? What?
Brent Burnett says
you already changed your name
Skyblocker.
once. Dude.
Skywalker Wayman?
Yeah, come on, dude. You already changed your name once. You can't change another guy's name.
I like Skywalker, actually. I think it's good. James Knight, I changed my mind after watching more of Kessler. He is far more talented than Rudy. Thank you.
Well.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Jorge says, we have embraced the tanking 1 month ago. We ain't playing our best players. The benefit is age's ego. Like the Donovan trade, it all started there. We could have continued the process with Spider. Wow.
So you're saying you're not a Danny Ainge guy?
Okay.
I mean,
I listen, I'm all in on Danny. And Ainge we trust.
Yeah, I mean, I just disagree with that assessment of tanking. Like I said, I don't believe they're tanking. I'm just not that guy.
Capazzo says, hey, fellas, got to go. Dinner date with the wife. Hey, let's go. Great showgram today. See you tomorrow. Appreciate you, Capazzo. Good to see you in the Jeezy. Chet Wayman says, these jerseys suck.
That's what I'm saying.
Stay hard.
By the way, are we all still waiting for the Ryan Smith TV announcement where everybody's going to get everything that they've ever wanted on a TV deal?
We'll see.
Because it sure does seem like that. It seems like that's what we're doing.
Like I've said a lot. I don't doubt.
Wait. Talon Horton Tucker missed a 3. Go ahead.
You're a douche.
Make a 3 once in a while, kid. Jesus. I don't doubt Ryan's tenacity in wanting to get a distribution deal done. I don't. I think that Ryan is a fan at heart, and that's why he operates the way he does as an owner. That's why the Delta Center thing happened. That's why they did the purple jersey escape hatch route on the jersey reveal. That's why you're just getting some of these, you're paying homage to the past when Ryan grew up. And I love that. I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
All I was going to say is I think that Ryan understands that his generation is the prime generation he needs to speak to. And to do that, you need to be on all devices. To do that, I shouldn't have to go hunting through Fubo TV to find you.
Oh, my God, the block on Wagner by Kessler. I should not be watching the game. Honest to God, I need to put the bucked up in front of there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Matt Hart says, I miss the Mardi Gras Jazz colors. Jet Wayman says 3 blocks for Skywalker already. The one on Wagner was crazy.
He's a stud, dude.
Jeremy Callahan, if you want THT to make a 3, then give him a tall, cold glass of Ames water. Then his aim will be true. See what he did.
Ainge and aim. We get it. We get it. We get it. Right. Yeah, we get it.
Court McMullen says Kessler blocked that shot and never looked back. Jorge says we use our tank unis. You're all in they're not tanking.
I'm not. But see, again, it's just it by logic, by basketball structure, by any measurement, they're not tanking. And I actually disagree, man. They are playing the best players they have. Now, when they're hurt, they're obviously not going to play. But they're when Laurie's available, he plays a lot of minutes. Like when Kessler's available, he starts and plays a lot of minutes. So I don't know where you're coming off on they're not playing their best guys, because I think they are.
11 likes from 200. Let's go. Get on the like button. Casuals really appreciate it as we talk Utah Jazz basketball. Watching them play in Orlando tonight. I think it is. Wow, Jet, you didn't play Walker Kessler today in fantasy?
Dude, what are you doing?
Dude.
What do you see again? See,
you got that's a guy now you got to play every day.
This is what happens when you get rid of the beard. You lose the power of the beard.
No, that's not what happened here. What happened is he didn't drink his Bucked Up this morning, so he didn't have mental clarity, because Bucked Up is the official energy drink of the Monty Show. After you hit the like button, look at the description and click the link that gets you the free samples and the free shaker cup. It's the best shaker cup I've ever owned. I love the fact that it's bigger. I like that it holds more ice and water, or just water. I drink 2 of those a day. It gets me my water intake for the day, which I love. Obviously, the free samples, you guys, I know that we all have different flavors of pre-workout or electrolytes or whatever supplement you need. You have a certain flavor that you like. They've got them all. And they'll let you pick your three free samples and your color of shaker cup right now. Just click the link, and Bucked Up's going to hook you up. It's in the description below. If you want to order product online, I'm telling you, their BCAAs, the peach ring flavor of branched chain amino acids, are flipping fantastic. Use the promo code Monty, get yourself 20% off. At checkout at buckedup.com. If you're a great Utahn such as myself, unlike Jake,
right,
make sure you go to any of the Bucked Up stores across the Wasatch Front and down to St. George. There are a ton of them, and they're all independently owned and operated. I personally shop at 3 of them: Sojo, Murray, and of course our good friends in Orem. But absolutely, St. George, you've got a great Bucked Up store. Farmington Station, there's a ton of them in Utah. Hey, I heard about you guys on the Monty Show. They'll give you a free can of Bucked Up energy drink on us. Hook it up.
Yes.
I would tell you to start, as with everything, start with the free samples. Why pay for something when it's free? Get the free samples at Bucked Up at the link in the description below. I'm telling you, man, you can't miss it. Bucked Up Energy is the official energy drink of the Monty Show. And also, by the way, this cup, I'm a big shaker cup guy. I still have shaker cups from the mighty 1320K fan.
The sports leader.
This one is the best one I've ever had. And it holds a ton. How many?
That's got to be 50.
How many tons? Yeah, it's about 50 ounces of water.
Yeah.
And the tonnage is amazing. Don't spill it on the equipment,
please.
I'm telling you, they're fantastic. Get it free. You can absolutely get it free in the link in the description below. Appreciate you guys. Jazz up 12-7 in Orlando. Walker Kessler's got 31 block shots already tonight. Teddy Wayman did not play him in his fantasy lineup. I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah, it's unacceptable, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. Where are you guys at on Kelly Olynyk as he gets the block in the N1? Where are you guys at on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think that he's taking minutes from guys that he shouldn't be taking minutes from. I think that Kelly has a good relationship with Danny, and that's why he's here. Simple as that. I literally think that's what it is.
Ooh. James Knight wants to die on a hill. OKC will win a championship before the Jazz. I will die on that hill.
Yeah, but you also said you'd send us Forrest Gold, and you didn't. So
now listen, it's like 10:30 in the morning in Australia, in Melbourne, on Friday morning.
James is feeling good.
He's already smoking the hippie lettuce, and he's probably 6 cans out of the 12-pack on 4X Gold.
Right.
So he's going to say some things that don't necessarily add up. At least that's what I imagine when you say things like OKC's going to win one before the Jazz do.
Yeah, casual.
James, come on, get more sleep. Brent Terry, tank logic. It's easy to move up several spots in the draft by losing a few extra games. With this draft, get the highest possible and see how the ping pong balls fall. But
nah.
So let me ask you this then. If you want a guy, right, like when the draft order comes out, and let's say you're, 20th, can't you just trade up and get the number 1 pick? Can't you trade up and get the 5th pick? Can't you trade up and get the 10th pick? You've got the assets. You can do anything you want to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I just don't know why losing games is part of I don't know why losing games is part of this equation.
I don't think it is.
Louise, Paulo Banchero. I don't know why it's part of that. Jet Wayman says, damn it, you're like 2 seconds ahead of me. LOL, you're calling it before I see it. Oh, my God. Kelly Olynyk just snapped his vagina.
Yeah, he just went all in, bruh.
Driving kick. Your boy's having. I'm telling you, Pierre Agbaji is your guy.
I'm sorry, did you say Pierre?
Yeah, I totally made that up. Right now, on the fly.
Who is Pierre?
His third cousin, twice removed.
Okay.
Ochai hits a 3. I mean, I love his game.
Yeah.
I'm in on the young guys on this team.
Yeah.
And, listen, the fact that Talon Horton-Tucker is, already got 71 turnovers tonight, listen, that could happen to anybody. He tripped on his shoelaces and,
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah.
But this is who the Jazz are as a team this year.
And that's okay.
It's okay.
They don't need to win a championship this year.
But the sad thing is you've already got Simone Fontecchio.
Where is the Italian?
Are you a Fontecchio guy? Because I'm not.
Nah.
I'm not at all a Fontecchio guy.
I think he's a Euro player, dude. I think that's where he'd thrive.
Yeah, I am not a Fontecchio guy.
Yeah.
All right. Kevin Durant.
Mm-hmm.
So Chaboy is always hurt. Here on the Monty Show, where all of our NBA talk is presented by our good friends at Quick Quack Car Wash. Make sure you tell them you heard about it on the Monty Show. Where are you at with the Suns? Because Kevin is out a minimum of 2 weeks, but he is likely out for the remainder of the season and arguably part of the first round of the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Can they win without Kevin Durant?
Yeah, I think they can win the first round matchup, but I don't know. I don't think that he's gonna miss the entire first round. I don't. I think that this guy.
I don't think the entire first round.
I think this guy's a gamer. I think that they won't rush him back because they simply don't need to rush him back. But I think that there's also no denying or getting away from the fact that this team needs to play games together and they need to build that chemistry. And like I said earlier, I think the book Kevin Durant Connection was nice. It was nice for what was that, 1 game, 2 games, or whatever it is. Before.
But look what Book did without him.
Yeah.
And you know what I think about the Suns? I think Devin Booker has been tremendously impacted by Kevin Durant. I see a re-energized and stylistically different Devin Booker with Kevin Durant in the locker room. And I think that's the impact he can have. And by the way, I would like to applaud. Talon Horton-Tucker has gone to the bench for the Jazz. Let's go.
Stay hard.
Am I being too mean to your guy THT? I apologize.
Yeah, I mean, look, he's not a basketball savant. He's a bench player.
He's not a basketball savant.
Yeah, he's a bench player, dude.
He's a bench player.
Yeah.
Okay. Chris Dunn is in the game, by the way, which I love. Look at Fontecchio fly to the rack for the hammer.
Okay,
anyway,
look, David, relax.
I'm going to try and relax, but I can never give the score then if I'm David.
Let's get into something here. Come on.
But no, seriously, on Devin Booker. I think Devin Booker has been energized. I think Devin Booker is what's right with the Suns right now, and I think that's the impact that Kevin Durant had. But I still maintain that they're not going to win a playoff series without Kevin Durant because I don't believe in Chris Paul anymore.
Well, let's pull the standings up. I mean, who are they getting first right now? So they're the 4th seed.
If the season ended today in the West, Clippers. They would have the Golden State Warriors in the 4 or 5
or the
matchup.
4 or 5, yeah. Golden
That's
State.
who they would have.
Yeah, I think they could beat them.
Right now, it would be Denver and Dallas, and I would take Denver. It would be Sacramento and Minnesota, and I would take Minnesota. It would be the Clippers and the Grizzlies, and then it'd be the Suns and the Warriors. And I think the Warriors would win that series.
Yeah. You've been ripping the Warriors for how long?
Matchups. In the playoffs, it's all matchups, dude. In the playoffs, it's all matchups. By the way, the Suns would have home court advantage in that series.
Yeah, I would take the Suns in that series, dude.
You would?
Yeah, 100%.
No, I don't think so, dude. I think for me, and again, this is what's great about this. I think for me, I don't know how you, as the Phoenix Suns are constructed. And again, I know I don't know anything about basketball. I'm just a hack on YouTube, dude. Who's guarding Jordan Poole? Because you can't tell me that Okogie is staying with Poole. You can't tell me that Chris Paul and Devin Booker are going to are going to what against this team? You're going to ask Chris Paul probably to stay with Steph Curry, but that takes a village.
Right.
So Devin's going to have to stay with Klay Thompson. So who's going to help on Steph Curry?
Yeah, I don't think there is helping.
Okay, so then you bring in Jordan Poole, which is what they're going to do in the playoffs. They're going to run 3 guards. There's no doubt about it. And if Draymond hasn't punched Poole in the face after the other night again, you're going to run 3 guards. And then you're going to run a 4th with Draymond Green. And then you're probably playing Kevon Looney. That's their crunch time lineup. The Suns don't match up with that at all in any way, shape, or form. So I don't know how do you defend that if you're the Phoenix Suns?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that, it's a team defense thing. You're right. Like, I mean, you're obviously on paper, it's not a great matchup, but that doesn't mean they can't go out and win a series. I think that Steph is always going to get his, but again, I think that Jordan Poole is an inexperienced player, a younger player, prone to making mistakes. I think that, if we're going to sit here and rip on Kevin Durant, Steph's been hurt too. Right, like
Steph has been.
Like, so let's not hate on Kevin and not hate on Steph. And Steph's one of my guys. I love watching Steph. So to me, I just think that, they have a lot of miles on that car. So will they hold up? I don't know. We'll see. I think we all know that Steph is super clutch when he is on the floor. I think we know he shows up. So I say, man, I don't know. At some point, Devin Booker has to step up and overcome. At some point, like. And I don't know if that's against Golden State. I don't know if that's like this year or whatever, but I think that Devin Booker has work to do. You want to talk about a guy that's got a flawed reputation right now? It's Devin Booker. This guy is a great regular season performer and doesn't show up in the playoffs, in my opinion. He didn't show up in the NBA Finals. You definitely didn't show up last year. And look, I love watching Devin Booker play. When he's hot, he's one of the most enjoyable players to watch in the NBA. But he's still trying to get over that, that I feel like that championship sort of vibe mentally where where you can say definitively, okay, it's the Suns. I know that Devin Booker is going to hit that shot. Like if you ask me, hey, is Book going to hit that shot? We're still kind of in the middle on that. Whereas like if you said Dame, if you said Steph, if you said Kevin, those guys are going to hit those shots. And look, I know that Book is quite a bit younger than those guys, obviously, but he's getting to a point now where time's running out. Like, you're in your prime now. It's time to get going. And this year, it'd be nice to see him get back to the NBA Finals and you have Kevin on your team.
I don't think it's optional. I mean, I truly don't believe it's optional. And I think, but again, this is what we argue about with the Knicks, right? Because I think Julius Randle's turned into that dude. I think Julius Randle's turned into a guy that now you can count on, and he's turned into that guy because he's been set loose by Jalen Brunson, who now brings the ball up and runs the offense, right? Or if I look at Milwaukee, I think Milwaukee's a very interesting dynamic right now. Like, is Giannis, because Giannis has kind of changed as a dude. Giannis has kind of turned into a guy that wants his. I was really turned off by that triple-double rebound attempt the other night. I thought that was an embarrassing moment for a guy who hasn't had many.
I was pleased the NBA rescinded that and took that from him.
Are they still championship medal?
Yeah. I mean, I think once you've been there, the path. It's a matter of if you can stay healthy and if you run out of gas or not. I mean, that's just what it is. I mean, again, there's no denying. Like, again, the Warriors, Milwaukee, the Phoenix Suns, these guys that have played a lot of basketball, you're not young anymore. Like, Devin Booker is, again, I'm just going to keep saying it. Like, I'm assuming Book is well aware of this. I would guess he is, and probably puts more pressure on himself than we ever could. But I want to see Book, get over the top, get done, get moving. You talk about being a Kobe guy. Well, now you got to do what Kobe did. Now you got to win.
Yeah, I think that's asking a lot, man. I think that's asking a lot on a team where you just traded away their best assets. Let's be very honest about this. You traded away their best assets. And now that Kevin Durant got hurt, and I'm not saying you could project that, whatever you want to say, that Kevin Durant trade was a huge risk. And now he's hurt and you have nobody to backfill him.
Yeah.
You have no flexibility. You have far less depth than you've ever had before. Like
Xavier Tillman Sr. starting for Memphis.
He's been fantastic for them. He has been fan-flipping-tastic for them.
Mm-hmm.
And this is another team, though. You look at Memphis and Golden State about the tip-off on TNT right now. What is Memphis the rest of this year? And again, I know we've talked about this for 8 years in a row now, it feels like. Will John Morant play more basketball? And thank you, Xavier Tillman just got a dunk. Jerk. Will Ja play again this year?
Yeah, I think he will.
You do?
Because if you were going to suspend him 50 games, you'd already done it.
Well, the team has taken more action. So,
but what really have they done?
I mean, he's going to be away from the team for at least 6 games. You're telling me the NBA is not going to suspend him at all?
I don't know, dude. I would guess they would. But if you were going to drop the hammer, wouldn't you have done that already?
I don't think so.
What more do you need to see?
I think you need to see how he reacts under team suspension. That's what I think you need to see.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just too caveman about it. Maybe I'm just too cold-blooded about it. Why do we need to sit around and wait to see how he responds to the team? Like, it's a business. You did something. Hey, I didn't show up to work. I'm fired. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, Ja flashed a gun in a nightclub? Yeah, you're suspended. It should be that simple. They looked into it. He's not facing charges in Colorado because nobody would come forward. Okay, great. So that's settled. What are we waiting for? Like, I really don't have tolerance for oh yeah, we got to wait and see how Ja responds.
But isn't this the way the process should play out? Let the team handle it. But the problem is the team hasn't handled Dylan Brooks. The problem is the team hasn't handled Desmond Bane. The problem is when you have a guy in Steven Adams who just simply hasn't led and tried to lead, and then the next night, Ja winds up in a strip club and he's in a jackpot over it.
Yeah.
Right? So at what point maybe this is what Memphis needed to take a step forward? Because they're not terrible. This group of guys isn't lost at sea without Ja.
No, they can play. I
mean, my guess is they're going to give Golden State all they can handle tonight.
Yeah, it just really bothers me that we're at this stage with Ja. I always love this concept of, hey, this guy did X, but let's wait 2 weeks to do Y. Hey, he did X. We need to wait for the police investigation to end. Okay, yeah, I'm cool with that. That's a natural process. Got to wait for the real world to do its thing. Then Fantasyland can take care of it. Okay, no charges being pressed. What are we waiting for? I just have a lot of trouble with, like Taylor Jenkins today puts out another statement. Basically says nothing. Basically does coach speak. Talks around it. Yeah, yada, yada. Yeah, we'll wait to see. We need to wait for the process to play out. What you know what I mean? Like, just kind of talks around it. And I don't love that.
1 quarter in the books. Jazz are up 29-28. And this is what's incredibly frustrating about this team is that they just don't close quarters a lot of times. And these stupid offensive fouls on screens and giving up wide open looks at the buzzer where a guy gets a three with barely a hand up and a hand that's late, so he's already looking at the rim at the buzzer. And this time it's Larry Markkinen giving that up. You got to be better than that.
You just have to snap out of it a little bit.
See, and Tanner, I disagree. The Jazz are not kicking butt. This is that typical Jazz game that's going to be frustrating to watch.
Yeah.
Because this group of Jazz men should be better. And they're just not. They're just not.
Yeah.
And it's incredibly frustrating that you're just going to deal with this, man. Like, you're just going to deal with this.
Yep. It's a young team, dude. It is the struggles of a young team. 100%.
Yeah, you're up 29-28, and I guess it just is what it is. This team is frustrating to watch a lot. A whole lot. Anyway. All right, should we get to non-sports stories?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's get some of your comments in here real quick. By the way, are we at 200 likes yet? Oh, you guys, we're at 195 likes. Come on, let's go. 5 likes to go. Let's go. We have 51 new members today.
Yeah, dude.
Jeez Louise. That's awesome, you guys. All right, let's see. Jet Wayman says Kessler's been sitting too long. Tanner said, well, when I made that comment, the Jazz were up 9. That's how this team is. You know.
Yeah.
Kane Urin says Ja hasn't shot himself in the leg yet.
Look, Plaxico, take it easy, okay?
Riley O'Brien says Jack Rumsey and I will see y'all tomorrow. Let's effing go. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, because Jack's your +1. I got it.
Okay.
Got it. I put it together. Sorry.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did,
I believe he did.
okay.
Did he?
Riley, did you see your tickets? I don't remember. I've sent so many people tickets.
There's so many, dude.
I've sent so many people tickets. Outside the echo chamber, almost like they're tanking. No. Stop. McKenna Tech Dan says, should be like 71 new members with all the freebies. Really, it should. Jeremy Callahan, I was sandbagging on the like, so we had some in the tank in crunch time. See Callahan, I appreciate that. 206. Let's go.
Way to come through. Way to close the quarter. Way to close the half.
Let's
Good
go.
job. Do your damn job.
Let's go. Brett Burnett says the finisher is a nice find. Like Spida, and at least we had Spida. Getting all these players on the trades has been fascinating.
Yeah.
Jet Wayman gives us the $2 tip and says they should list Ja as a shooting guard now. See what he did there? See what he did there? Shooting guard. Can't play him at the point. He's a shooting guard.
Yeah, he's a shooting guard now, you know?
He likes gun. See what? Yeah. McKinley Cutler says, I want to see Kessler take some in-game jump shots.
Same.
Not yet. Not yet. Training camp, summer league, training camp, off-season summer workouts.
You would run Kessler in summer league?
Yes.
Man, I don't know if I would.
Yes, I would. If only to shoot.
Yeah.
Brent Terry says OKC already has their first superstar and a ton of draft picks, and they haven't won.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong about that, but yeah, they haven't done anything with it.
They haven't won.
Yeah.
That's really the biggest issue. Okay, can we talk about McDonald's, please?
Yeah.
Are you guys fans of McDonald's?
Fat.
Did you guys see this? What McDonald's is doing? They're adding a Big Mac that's chicken instead of beef. And
I'm a carb-eating motherfucker.
And well, I am. But it is breaded chicken breast. Not breast. That's a lie. It is breaded chicken patties instead of all beef patties.
It is breaded chicken putty.
Are we a fan of this?
I'm not. But I'm not a Big Mac guy.
I'm not a Big Mac guy at all.
Dude, I can smash.
I've heard that about
Guys,
you.
I can smash.
Food, yeah.
Hey, look here, man.
I can smash, some stuff in Draper. But I'm not a Big Mac guy at all. Not even a little bit.
Okay, I like it. By the way, we're getting Rudy Gay minutes now, so you can all turn the game off.
Excuse me, masked Rudy Gay.
I'm sorry.
Come on, dude.
You're getting masked Rudy Gay minutes.
Apologize to that man.
Which is to say, hopefully that's Doak under that mask and not Rudy Gay.
What's up, big bro?
And he missed the free throw on cue. Thanks, Rudy. I'm not a McDonald's guy. I don't like McDonald's French fries. The only thing I eat at McDonald's is their breakfast. And it's really only a sausage biscuit with egg. I'm not eating this. I am not trying this at all. And it doesn't even, the funny thing is, guys, it doesn't even look that bad. It doesn't even look that bad.
No, what you meant to say is it doesn't look that good.
No, it doesn't look that bad. It actually looks like something I would eat. But I'm not going to. I'm not going to. And I'm not trying to be judgmental. Hey, look at that. Master Rudy Gay just bricked a 3. Nice job. I am not even trying to be that judgmental. It just doesn't seem that appealing to me.
Yeah, I'm not here for it, dude.
And if I'm getting that, are you telling me you're not going to Super Chicks?
Yeah, I'm going to Super Chicks.
You're telling me that you're not going to Shake Shack
here's the thing, though. McDonald's is like $2 for that.
Yeah, but you get what you pay for in this business, don't you?
Unless your name's Rudy Gay.
And then, of course, there is this whole story on McDonald's adding Krispy Kreme donuts to some of their stores on a trial balloon.
I do not understand this at all. I don't get this.
I don't get it either.
So
I'm not going to McDonald's for flipping Johnny Juzang minutes. I'm not going to McDonald's for flipping donuts.
Yeah, I'm not doing it. Like I'm not thinking to myself like, hey, McDeezy is down on the corner. Is the Krispy Kreme sign on? Are we getting fresh glaze on the donut?
Right.
Do you want to get your Big Mac with a glazed, old fashioned? Like that's not really my Jam, I understand what they're trying to do. They're trying to roll out a chicken and waffles style vibe, right? Like, hey, come get your chicken Big Mac and then get a Krispy Kreme donut to go with it. That's what they're trying to do, in my opinion.
Court McMullen, Mac Chicken, I'm listening. Really?
No.
Brent Terry, Monty Tank Logic. I'd rather burn draft picks and lose a few games to get same result. It's not the same result.
Not even close.
Because if you're tanking, you're trying to get the number one pick, right? If you're tanking, you're trying to get
and
VW.
by the way, if you're tanking, the result's not guaranteed, Mr. Ping Pong Balls.
You're trying to get VW.
You're tanking for a 10% chance when you can have a 100% chance in trade?
You know what I'm saying?
Come on, dude.
Tank note.
That is a casual-ass take.
No, it's not the
You're
same.
casual.
Result. It's not. Geez, Cody G says breaded horse meat.
Bro.
Breaded horse meat.
Never.
Come on, man.
I can't do that.
Come on, man. Jeremy Callahan, I'm a Big Mac guy and the blue cheese.
Stop.
Oh, stop it.
Dude.
Stop it.
Dude, stop.
McKenna Tech Dan says, I like their grilled chicken until they drop that, but the breaded stuff is trash. Thank you.
Yeah, totally. I mean, listen, we did a short on this today, and it does have Chick-fil-A vibes all over it. I mean, how does it not, right? Like,
Thank you for bringing up my Chick-fil-A line.
You look at this thing. Can we pop the picture up one more time? You look at this thing.
Do I have to?
Yeah, just one more time. Look at this thing. I mean, does this not have? Obviously, it looks just like a Big Mac, just with chicken. But if you take a step back and you think about what you get at Chick-fil-A, is this not the same caliber of quality?
Yeah,
I mean,
absolutely.
I mean, I'm really glad that Chick-fil-A took the carcinogens out of its packaging, so we're not all dying from eating a deluxe chicken sandwich at Chick-fil-A. But this is the same thing, bro. I mean, that's what this is. This is a ploy to get into the chicken sandwich market. And all I'm sitting here saying is, you've had the McChicken. What, was that not good enough? Was the McChicken not?
Do you guys remember the McDLT? Oh my God.
Dude. Yeah, that was bomb.
Oh my God. Come on now. But if I'm going for if I'm doing this, am I not going to get like a Dave's chicken sandwich at Wendy's? Because this is pure fast food commit heart suicide, right? Like that's what a Big Mac is.
Yeah.
Am I not going to Wendy's? Am I not going and by the way, much credit. Where is it? Oh, I lost it. Don't tell me I lost it. Oh, Tom, can you smash Burger? I mean, you can.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
I mean, if you have a food fetish, certainly you can.
Yeah.
You know. Jet Wayman says, I hate that we play Rudy Gay. I agree. Matt Ritson, no, hate McDonald's. Take Dairy Queen any day. Ooh.
Dairy Queen fries are better than McDonald's, dude.
Okay, when's the last time you had Dairy Queen fries?
In Phoenix.
I haven't had Dairy Queen fries in. Mapes says, I have felt good after eating anything. You have felt good after eating anything from McDonald's. I rarely do. Spangler says McDonald's only advantage is that so many of them are 24 hours. Jeremy Callahan says those fish sandwiches Mickey D's have to have crack in them, though. Okay. Jet Wayman says nasty. Big Jack says fish, yes, and I'll try it. Okay. I mean, I feel like this is crazy. James Knight says heart attack on buns, whichever way you look at it. Truth.
Yeah.
Popeye's chicken sandwich.
No.
Yes, Big Jack.
No.
Yes. Court McMullen says McRib. What do we eat at McDonald's? I don't go to McDonald's for food. I go there for breakfast.
Sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddle.
Which is good.
Sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. 1 hash brown. Ball game.
But not all McDonald's are created equal.
No, they are not.
I would point that out very clearly. They're not created equal. So, you know.
Yeah.
And then what do you guys think of the whole Krispy Kreme at McDonald's thing? So here's the problem, though. If I'm getting donuts, I'm not even going to Krispy Kreme, and I'm certainly not going to McDonald's to get Krispy Kreme.
That's an issue.
I am probably going to whatever that place you brought donuts from that one time. Duck Donuts was pretty good.
I really, that day when we got that, I really wanted a Maple bar, and they don't do that, and that was disappointing.
I want to go to Harmon's and get donuts.
Yeah. That's what I should have done.
Harmon's is where it's at, dude.
Yeah, I never think about the fact that they have that full spread in the morning on their... Yeah.
God, Steph Curry just took another handoff 3 from Draymond. Like, they're so good at that. throwing it to like Clay will throw it to Draymond on like a pivot screen and just hand it off. He pivots to his right and just hands it off to Steph. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I just don't know how you defend that.
Yeah, but
And
I
the
really
answer is,
wanted
I
a
don't
maple
think you
bar,
do.
dude. I really wanted a maple bar that day, and that was disappointing. So as far as McDonald's and Krispy Kreme, I just think it's a gimmick. I mean, I'm sure it'll sell. I'm sure it'll do fine, but I'm not going to McDonald's for Krispy Kreme.
Bro, are you not a mid for like being a maple bar guy?
I don't know. Comment section.
Yes, you are a mid.
Are maple bars mid?
Yeah, there's too many other good donuts out there, like the blueberry cake donut or...
I didn't say it was my favorite. I just said that day that's what I wanted.
What do we get every time we get donuts? Which is very rare, by the way, maybe twice a year. What do you always get?
I have a couple.
It's not my favorite donut, but I'm getting
a
a maple bar,
dude.
bro.
I'm getting
Hey, bro.
a maple bar.
Bro, I'm
getting
a
getting
maple
a
bar.
blueberry.
I'm getting a maple
getting
bar.
an old fashioned.
I want a maple bar.
Dude, like I don't.
I want a maple bar.
Why is that such a bad thing?
Dust up. Dude, live a little.
Okay, what do you want me to get? What do you want me to get? The Draper Mom donut? What am I supposed to get, dude?
Yeah, what's wrong with sardine tasting donuts? I'm telling you right now, like, you've got to experiment a little bit in your life, sir.
Oh my God, just like that.
You are not oppressed by a girl anymore.
Please.
Spread your wings.
Spread something else.
I would, you know. You know.
No, come on. In the comment section, are maple bars mid?
Yes.
Okay, stop answering the question and read the comments, bro. What are they saying? Come on.
Greg Hawkins, a member of the show. Donuts are mid. My Mick A, a member, says blueberry cake is the bomb. Thank you.
Facts.
Cougar tail is great. Never had one. Haven't had one. Krispy Kremes are disgusting. Thank you, Spangler.
Yeah.
Donut Star. Maple bacon. Damn. Maple bacon is good. Maple bacon is good. Gabriel says never tried maple bars before because you're an adult.
Dude, maple bars are bomb, bro.
See, the thing is, Gabriel, you're an adult. You have like testosterone. You don't eat maple bars.
Maple bars are bomb, just saying.
You lift. Spangler. Maple bar American History X style. Thank you. Cram it where the sun don't shine. Riley says, LMAO, I love you guys. Love you too. Maury Alvarez. We have a hole-in-the-wall donut shop here that is bomb called Hole in One. They are great. Cougar tails are amazing. Tom says donuts are all basic.
Tom, the terminology is mid. Thank you.
Matt Ritson says, take snail or plain donut.
Probably take snail.
What is snail?
I don't know.
Why'd you take snail then? Donuts, the more basic, the better. Jet Wayman, maple bars are definitely mid.
Oh,
Thank
come
you.
on,
Let's
dude.
go.
Come on.
Let's go.
Dude, that's a crock of crap,
Let's
bro.
go. But this is
How
also
are maple bars mid, dude?
But this is also Starbucks being mid.
Well,
what did Starbucks do?
Starbucks is flat out expensive.
Hey, listen, we got guys, our caramel macchiato is selling like crazy. And all these moms here in Draper, they're out getting pounded all night.
What's up, motherfuckers?
The Draper moms are out all night. Come 5 in the morning, and they're headed home to daddy.
In a van down by the river.
They're going to need a caramel macchiato, but better. So let's call it a macchiato caramel and charge $2 extra for it.
Good.
And trust me, they like it with a little extra on the rim. So give it to them.
Wow. Wow.
I'm talking about coffee.
You just said they like a little extra on the rim.
Right.
Stay hard.
Coffee. Like
Stay
brown.
hard.
They like brown sugar, baby.
Stay hard.
On the rim.
These people going to heaven.
I'm not going to heaven. I'm not. Jet Wayman says Beans and Brew is way better than Starbucks.
Dude, they like a little extra on the rim.
I'm unfamiliar with it.
Oh, no. Arlington Bears is in.
Thank you. Thank you.
Team
See?
Maple
up,
Bar
big bro?
and Lee.
That's my guy right there. See? That's my guy.
Stay hard.
That's my boy.
Ah.
Let's go.
David Valdivia.
Yeah.
Maple bars with bacon are bomb. That's
See,
not
this
a
is
maple
the same.
bar.
This is the same guy, though. Hold on. You're the same guy that says bacon is no longer, in the vernacular, that we can't eat bacon
pigs
anymore,
eat their
dude.
own feces. So if you're eating bacon, you're eating pig feces. You can't do that. You can't exactly. Wow. Gabriel says Starbucks is so overrated. Starbucks and Seinfeld, two of the most overrated things ever.
How about that?
Jeremy Callahan, yes, maple is for Maud. Exactly right.
Oh, God. We're getting back into Leaf and Maud.
McKinley Cutler. Maple bars are mid. It's white bread with maple syrup.
Bro,
thank you.
Is that
there,
not what
there
a
you go.
pancake
There
is?
you go.
Is that not what a pancake is?
No, it's a pancake. A pancake is sourdough with maple.
Excuse me.
And it's shaped in a big circle.
Yeah, shape matters. Huh?
You know what I'm saying? I like them symmetrical. I like them symmetrical.
What's an erection?
Jet Wayman, bro, all this cougar talk is making me feel a certain type
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, bro. Let's go, Jet. Yeah, I'm in sort of a giving mood these days.
51-year-old Jet Wayman was arrested in the hills above Draper.
Fucking Cole Beasley.
His attorney claims he was laying tile while the neighbors said he was laying pipe.
Oh my God, just like that. Oh.
Dilly dilly. Dilly dilly.
Jet Wayman. He legitimately is the tile king of Utah.
Yeah, Jet Wayman's filling that crowd all right.
And then Arlington Bears. What is in the water tonight? Team pig crap.
Yeah, bacon.
Okay. Jason Spangler. Spangler says, does anyone else only ask for half rimmed on their mark?
Oh, my God, dude. Y'all are crazy. Dude. Dude.
No, Spangler.
So let me get this right.
No,
you were
Spangler.
criticizing me yesterday and today for saying I'm going to pull it out. And now we got people commenting about half rimming. Come on, dude.
Then there's McKenna Tech Dan says Draper Cougar Tails.
Yeah, dude.
Favorite donut.
Yeah.
Favorite morning snack.
Yeah.
You know. Spangler says maple bar and milk, please, down by the beach.
Okay, see, I'm not a milk guy. Nope, not a milk guy.
That's not good. Arlington Bears says team pig crap.
Dude.
Mario Perez says Jake really needs that cougar tail.
I'm going to do that.
Brady Cook, Dutch Bros Coffee, good. Also, maple bars are so good.
That's what I'm talking about.
Okay, but how do I say this gently? Isn't Dutch Bros the exact problem with Starbucks? Well, let's see. I imagine the guy who founded Dutch Bros was sitting in a Starbucks somewhere. And he's like, dude, these guys are way douchey. If I just call them bros,
you're a douche.
Charge $12 for a cup of coffee that you have to sit in a long ass line in your car for.
Let's consult the douche meter.
We're going to be millionaires.
Yeah.
That's what Dutch Bros feels like to me.
Yeah.
I don't drink coffee. I think you guys know that.
We.
Two O's in maple bars, bro. I don't drink coffee, so I'm probably not qualified. I am a full-on bucked up energy guy in the morning.
Right, yeah.
So.
Okay, we need to do the Jeep thing because I'm floating.
Oh, are you floating?
Yeah, I'm floating, dude. Yeah.
Okay, well, go while I tell the Jeep story.
Okay, be right back.
So, the Jeep story. So, you guys know I bought a Jeep last week. Traded in the Audi SQ5 Prestige. Got a Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit. Used 30,000 miles on it. And loved it. I had a Jeep Grand Cherokee, missed it. Was at a tipping point value-wise on my Audi. So I decided to buy a new car. I was $3,000 or really $5,000 positive, $9,000 after sales tax positive on the Audi. Put it into a Grand Cherokee Summit. And I was like, all right, cool. I'm excited about this. A Summit, for those of you who don't know, is the nicest Jeep Grand Cherokee that you can get. It's got a V8 Hemi in it, all leather, all the accoutrements, you name it, it's got it, right? So I'm all in. I go down to Lexus of Murray, where the Jeep is. Buy it, make a deal, perfect deal, everything's great. Then last week, the last day of February, they call me and they're like, hey, Monty, only problem is we need you to sign this contract again. Because when we bought the car, the warranty system was broken in the computers. So they couldn't give me a price on a warranty. They guesstimated. So they come out to the Maverick Center right here at the studio. Mrs. Monty comes out. We all sign the documents. They have a guy bring them. He didn't check. We missed a signature. They're texting me at like 6:45. Hey, man. Hey, dude. You're going to come over. We're waiting for you. And so I call my salesperson. And I'm like, hey, you know, if I don't sign this, are you going to lose the deal? And she said, yeah, I won't get paid on your deal in February. So I really need you to come and sign it tonight. Okay, I've worked 15 hours that day, but you know what? I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. I go to the dealership, half an hour, 40 minutes out of my way, go to the dealership, sign the papers, good to go. One of the issues on the Jeep when I bought it, and I knew it when I bought it, one of the clips on one of the spoilers on the front bumper was broken because it has a really low aero package. Due bill, which means, hey, they told me we're going to call you and set this up. Jake is back from the turlet. You feeling better?
Yeah. Oh, man, that was a relief.
So, hey, we're going to call you. They never called me.
Right.
Fast forward to yesterday, Mrs. Monty sends me a panic text. Hey, there's a puddle of oil on the garage floor.
This is a code 10 abort.
Right where you park Hank. The name of the Jeep is Hank after Hank Voight from Chicago PD.
Right.
It's a Hemi. He drives a Hemi. It's my favorite show. Go home, sure enough. So I text my salesperson, hey, oil on the floor, can you help me get in the service tomorrow? No text back.
Vexes me.
Never texted back and still has not called me. So this morning, first thing, I get home from the gym, call the dealership, and the guy says to me at the dealership, Bronson in service at Lexus. Yeah, come on in, no problem. No problem, sir. We'll take care of you. Great. Roll into the service lane and all hell broke loose. What are you doing here? What do you want? What are you doing here? I'm like, well, hey, you know, I called and I talked to Bronson. Well, Bronson's busy. And it just turns into this thing. They're asking me to pay money. And I'm like, hey, dude, I called ahead. There's an oil leak. I've had the car a week. And this girl is just giving me all kinds of grief and lip. So finally I said, hey, is your service manager in? And she's like, yeah, I'll go get him. He comes out and he's like, what's going on? And he said, okay, you know what? I got this for you. Give me your phone number. I'm going to call you when it's ready. Writes down my phone number. And he's like, do you have a warranty? I'm like, well, dude, I bought this car a week ago and it's leaking oil. I don't think my warranty's an issue. He goes, oh, you're right. Totally. It's like, you know what? Let's go talk to your general manager. Because at that point, I had just had enough. I was like, you know what, man?
Yeah.
He's not in. I go up to the front. The receptionist's like, he's not in, but if you give me your phone number, he will call you. So I leave my phone number. Sure enough, the guy calls me.
Probably what, 20 minutes later?
Yeah. And he's like, I remember you. We joked about your license plate. Remember XYZ? Yeah, da, da. Oh, cool. He's like, hey, what's going on, dude? And so I tell him, and he's like, we're going to make this right for you. We talked through some stuff. I told him, hey, I've got this and that and this. He's like, okay, no problem. I'll call you back. Calls me back. Hey, it's XYZ. I'm going to get it in there right now. We got you covered. Don't worry about it. All right, cool. Calls me 2 hours later. He's like, all right, we're good. The oil leak was from the filter. The last time the filter was put on, they stripped the thread. So we fixed it. It's totally replaced. Brand new threading. Brand new. We did a lube oil filter on it. Brand new oil filter. Good to go. This problem solved. That problem solved. This problem's done. Like I gave him a list. He knocked it all out. Turned my rotors. Turned my rotors. Replaced my brake pads. Done. He's like, you should have no problems with this thing. He's like, I totally understand. He's like, I really appreciate you. Done.
Okay.
That's the service I expect the first time I roll in the service lane. But the problem is, you were all over me when you found out I had an 800 credit score and you found out that, you know, hey, I had a 0 down, 6% loan. Unfortunately, that's the lowest rate you can get now with perfect credit. Like, you're all over me to buy a car, but then I buy the car and all of a sudden the salesperson has no idea who I am and doesn't call or text me back. Never going to do business.
Give a baker's fuck.
Never going to do business with her again. But I will go back to Lexus and Murray now. Now, I'm not a Lexus guy, but I will go back to Lexus and Murray now.
Uh-huh.
Because he said to me on the phone, if I have to drive this down the street to our Jeep store, I will do it. You will have this back today.
Yeah.
It will be done. And lo and behold, it was done.
Yeah.
And that's the level of service I expect from a Lexus store. Like, it's... Why can't you give me that the first time out?
Yeah, I mean, I think unfortunately it's part of me says, hey, it's a lot to ask of staff that early in the morning to give you this awesome experience. But another part of me says, hey, like, you're working, you're on the clock, you should be giving everyone a good experience. So, like, I just, I
think, you know what, dude?
I was surprised when you got in, because we took the Rubicon today as the second car so we could drop Hank off, and you got in, and I was surprised. Like, I was surprised that they had given you that trouble, because the sales experience was good up until she didn't answer her phone when you were calling her.
And still has not called me back or texted me back. It's unbelievable. Now I'm not going to buy another car from you.
Yeah.
I buy a new car every 2 years. I do. And I won't be buying a car from her.
Yeah.
That's the problem. So, is what it is. But I appreciated that the general sales manager stepped in. And I appreciated that...
did I hear you right that you got new brake pads?
Yeah, he turned my rotors and replaced the brake pads.
Huh. Interesting.
Because when I was driving down from the mountains and you hit the brakes, the car shook. And he's like, yeah, I'll turn your rotors. The rotors needed to be turned, no problem. We replaced the brake pads too, just to be sure.
Okay.
So
yeah, that's a significant cost savings.
Yeah.
We'll see how it feels. I mean, we'll see if, obviously Hank's going to get some miles down.
Yeah, and the problem is we're driving to Arizona on Sunday. That's why this was such a problem.
Yeah.
And we have like, we're using our Jeep to get the Stanley Cup tomorrow. Like, this was terrible timing.
Yeah.
Dude crushed it.
Yeah.
Dude absolutely crushed it. So I give him a lot of credit for that. Lopes fan Gabe, a member of the program, says, sounds like Buddy, the GM, needed to empower his people to do what he did for you. Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know if it's empowering them or...
Maybe empower them to, like, return a phone call. Like, you're not wrong, though. McKinley says, it's not too much to ask of any staff to treat customers good. It's not.
Agreed.
Riley says, incredibly frustrating. Monty, that type of guy, if you take care of... Monty, the type of guy, if you take care of him, he will take care of you. Exactly. Simple genius. Same goes for Jake. These guys are elite, which is why the show continues to grow. We're always going to take care of people.
Yeah, you know what the funny thing is?
Riley is in the RV sales business, so he's in the automotive industry.
What did Buddy say to you when you were on the phone about the show? He said, yeah, I know your show.
Yeah.
I watch it. I know it. So we'll take care of you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I appreciated him. I thought he went out of his way. I thought he did a great job. I think that staff sometimes is a pain in the ass, but I think that that's life. I think we hear that in a lot of different businesses.
Greg gives us a $10 tip to say, I'm calling it now. You'll get 20K subs in 2 months or less.
Yeah, by July 4th. I based on projections, we should have it by then easily.
I would love to.
Yeah.
That'd be great.
But we'll see.
Tell your friends. I would say that it's more likely that the quality of employee has fallen off of a cliff.
Agreed.
I don't think you're wrong
with that.
I think
totally.
You know what, McKinley? I think you're exactly right. I think you're exactly right. Don't forget, Bucked Up Energy is the official energy drink of the Monty program. Make sure that you guys go click the free sample link below, man. Go get your free samples. It is so easy to do. You can pick any sample you want. You can pick any of the somebody's at the door, Jake. You can pick any of the samples that you want at Bucked Up. All you have to do is click the link in the description below, and you can pick 3 samples, and you can pick a shaker cup of any color that you want. And I'm telling you again, these shaker cups are the best shaker cups you are ever going to own. Oh, look at that. Mrs. Monty's in the house. Hi, Mrs. Monty. You can get any color shaker cup that you want, any 3 free samples that you want. All you have to do is click the free sample link below. They'll hook you up. It'll come right to your door. And trust me when I tell you, this is the best shaker cup you will ever own.
Mm-hmm.
Bucked Up, the official energy drink of the Monty Show. All right. Last show before the event. Tomorrow, show at the regular time. By the way, if you have time and you want to come see the studio early tomorrow, show up around 5:30, man. We'll let you in the door. Mrs. Monty's not a very willing host, but she'll be here to provide door service for you. It's going to be amazing. There she is off camera right there. Good to see you. All right, I have to go work now to build stuff. The Monty Show presented by The Advocates, theadvocates.com. Until tomorrow, say goodbye, Jake.
Goodbye, Jake.